Oh, wowie! Hello, everyone, and welcome, wowie, to this very special stream. Oh my god, wowie! Let's go, gamer. Oh my god, gamer. I'm so excited. I keep saying gamer, but today is a super special, very special stream. Yes, today we are going on a tour of a real aircraft carrier. That's right, a real museum ship. Yes, a real warship even. I'm so excited. And of course, we have our guide, who I'm very excited to introduce. Yes. I'm so excited to go on this ship. I'm so excited. I hope you're all doing very well today. Yes, I hope you're all doing very well today. I'm kind of nervous, I'm sorry. Wow. Boat? No, not boat. Boat is small. Ship is big. Okay, you have to remember. Will the guide take any questions? Yeah. I think Gabe will answer questions. An aircraft carrier is just an oversized longboat. But can a longboat carry an airplane? I don't think so. Hey Alfie, he said hello Fredrik. Hello everyone. Hope you're all doing well. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. So first we are doing this tour. And in case you didn't know, I'm also an invited guest for Carrier Con. And Carrier Con is an anime convention on the ship itself. And all the earnings from the tickets of the event will go to restoring their theater on the ship. And the idea is that when it's restored, it will be used to screen historical movies and also be used for educational purposes and classes and that kind of thing for students, I think, and who want to visit. And also for being used during conventions. So you can also save some money if you want to go to the convention by using my code. I also included a donation link there directly to the Hornet. Yes. So if you like the ship and you want to help them, make sure to check it out, okay? And I feel so lucky that they were so kind to, first of all, do this tour. I feel so excited and happy. And also to fly me out there. And I'm very excited to see it in person. Actually, I really wanted to see the USS Iowa when I was in LA, but I didn't have any time. And I've always wanted to see a warship. Although technically this will be my second one because I've also visited the Belfast. And visiting the Belfast was very, very fun. And I remember the museum staff at the Belfast were like laughing at me because I was like giggling like a child. I was like walking around there and like smiling and giggling like a child. They were like awkwardly smiling at me. And I got so nervous because on the Belfast there are a lot of nooks and crannies. There's lots of different levels. And they have these ladders that you need to go up and down. And these ladders kind of shake when you walk up and down them. And for me, I'm kind of scared of heights. So I was kind of scared. I was like, oh, it's shaking. Oh my god. You know, I don't think I am meant to be a sailor, you know. No. I would rather be in the skies. You know, I'm a Valkyrie after all. Yes. The skies are better for me. Just give me a Gripen, JAS Gripen, and we'll be okay. Yes. Also, I think it's okay to say this, but when I visit CarrierCon, there will be a piece of special merch for CarrierCon that I have commissioned. Yes, I'm very excited. Of course, it is military themed. Of course. Yes. But I won't show it yet. But I just wanted to mention that. It's very exciting. If you ever come to Canada, feel free to visit HMCS Haida or Saxville. I would love to. I would absolutely love to. First time I've seen this VTuber Hornet Tours. Hope you have a good time. Yeah. I'm very excited. And I mean that. I mean that. I think if I told my younger self that, hey, one day you will get to go on a tour and host like a tour of a real warship museum, I would be like, what? You are crazy. I don't think I would believe it, to be honest. You know? Yeah. Probably see you then. Really? Are you going, Kilroy? Yeah. I was so excited today. I even told my doctor. I visited my doctor today because I was doing a checkup and everything looks good. And my doctor was like, wow. That's so cool. I don't know if she just said that to be nice, but, you know. Wow. I'm very happy for you. Oh, thank you, Flint. That's so sweet of you to say. I hope you will be happy seeing the tour as well. Yeah, the checkup went well. I won't really go into much detail because we don't have much time, but everything's looking good, and basically she said just be patient and everything should recover, which is great news because as you guys know, yesterday I was a bit nervous, but everything is fine. It's just healing. Okay. Only military ship I've been on was the Intrepid. Really? So thank you for the tour. You're very welcome. I hope you will enjoy yourself and maybe you will learn something new. I will certainly learn many, many new things. I am sure. Yes. Have you ever been to the Maritime Museum in Gothenburg? No, I have not been there. I have not even been to the Navy Museum in Karlskrona either, which is kind of weird because I lived close to it for many years, but I never went. Maybe I will go someday. Hopefully. I've been to the Air Force Museum though. And if you guys ever visit Sweden, highly, highly recommend the Air Force Museum. It's so good. So good. And if you live in the US, probably the one in Ohio, of all places, or Air Force Pima. Yes. Wow. Hope the day is treating you well. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I even had a Beppis today. Beppis. And of course I've been playing Kingdom Come Deliverance. And it's really good so far. Really good. A smaller warship and a submarine. Oh, really? I've actually been inside of a submarine. Because they have one at the Malmö City Museum, of all places. I know, it's really weird that a city museum owns a submarine. And I'm not sure how they got it. But they do have one, and you can go inside of it. Yes. But today, we're going inside of a ship. Oh, there's so many good museums. Maybe more museums should do virtual tours so we can all visit them, right? Yes, ma. But you can't always have a VTuber as your host. Unfortunately. Okay. I think it is time soon. Yes, ma. No. No. You want a VTuber as your host every time? You need my VTuber tour guide. Oh my god. Put me in your pocket then. You can put me in your pocket. Hello, Whiskey. Welcome. The Hornet is epic. I'm very excited. Epic. I can imagine it's very big. This is gonna be so cool. Thank you for setting this up. Well, you shouldn't thank me. You should thank Gabe and the USS Hornet and CarrierCon. You know? for giving their time to us. Yes, ma'am. Okay, I think we can start. Wow. One day I want to visit the USS Laffy. Really? Your uncle served on it? Oh. He probably has a lot of interesting stories as how you're the most educational VTuber I know. Really? But I feel like I'm just a creature. I feel like Cleo knows so much more. I mean, then again, she is or was a professor, so that makes sense. One day I will get my degree. One day. An educational creature. I try to be. Hopefully today I will have that spirit. Okay. Let's see. Might require a little bit of setup. So if there's a little bit of a delay between him showing up, just be patient, okay? Hello?
We are here. Are we live? Are we good?
Okay.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're looking good.
Mr. Cameraman, can you turn the volume up just a little bit so I can hear her? Testing. Are we good? Miss Alfie,
Wowie. Hello.
Miss Alfie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm super excited.
I'm super excited too. Glad to have you here.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Well, it's very nice to have you here aboard the USS Hornet. Just want to say hi, chat. Thank you for coming aboard today. How much did you tell them? How much did you expose about me before we got here?
I didn't expose anything. I figured that you can introduce yourself.
No, I feel like you're lying to me right now. You did a whole exposition. You did a whole exposure stream. You did, you had the Google Doc. You had the twit longer. You had to get that down. You said, listen, chat, he's not a real tour guide. He's not really doing this. He doesn't really work for the USS Hornet. He works for the USS Iowa. It's fake. It's fake news.
No. I would never slander. I would never slander. I'm not responsible. I'm not responsible for any chat beef though. That's on them.
Okay. Great chat. Be nice to me, please.
Yeah.
All right, hi everyone. My name is Gabriel, but you can call me Gabe. I am the marketing manager here for the USS Hornet Sea Airspace Museum in Alameda, California. And we are doing a special stream today with Miss Alfie. We are going to be showing her the museum, parts of the museum, but we are also going to be talking about a little about Carrier Con. So, Miss Alfie, did you tell your community about how you're guesting for Carrier Con this year?
Yes, I did.
Yes, so Carrier Con is an amazing event we have. It's a anime and gaming and cosplay convention that we have here aboard the ship. And actually, this year's event is primarily a fundraiser for our ship restoration project. And Miss Alfie has some information about that she can share with you guys later on. But we are trying to restore the ship's theater, which was a historical area that sailors would watch films, watch archival footage, but also for mission briefings during the war, but also later in Hornet's career. And we're trying to revive that area to be able to bring STEM education programs to that area on the ship, but also potentially more events with VTubers. We don't know. So your support on this fundraiser matters. And so thank you for your support initially.
Yeah.
So you said you wanted me to surprise you. So
yes.
First part of the tour, what is that?
It's a huge kaboom.
It is a huge kaboom, but do you know what kind of kaboom it is?
Is it nuclear?
So it is theorized that maybe during the Cold War, the USS Hornet had nuclear weapons. We can neither confirm nor deny this, but this is the B-57 nuclear bomb.
Oh my God.
Held here aboard the ship at one point in time. But I can't disclose which point in time. Okay. But it was the Cold War, so there was the concept of MAD. Do you know what MAD means, Miss Alfie?
I don't know what that means.
MAD stands for mutually assured destruction. So during the Cold War, there was the philosophy that We had our weapons pointed at each other, but nobody wanted to pull the trigger because it would be what? Mad, mutually assured destruction.
Okay.
But we had it ready at that time. So this is actually a newer part of our collection. So I wanted to start off. Hopefully this did surprise you. I hope I met your expectations.
Yeah, this is very surprising.
So where are we at right now? Well,
oh my god.
Welcome to the hangar deck. Mr. Cameraman, if you can give a little panoramic of where we're at right now.
Wow. Look at all those planes.
So it has changed over time because Hornet has gone through several different configurations. Initially, USS Hornet CV-12, which, here's the fun fact, it wasn't always named USS Hornet. USS Hornet. CV-12 was a different carrier name. Can you guess which one?
I don't know.
Just take a wild guess.
I don't know.
But yeah, well, it could be USS Alfhilde, could be USS Lumi. USS Lumi is a pretty good name. It might be. That's a pretty cash money name. I don't know about you.
It means snow.
Pretty good name. See, that's pretty skibbity. I don't know. Whatever
no,
you know what I mean?
skibbity.
You know what I mean? So this ship was laid down to CV-12 over at Newport News shipbuilding, but not as Hornet. When it was laid down in 1941, USS Hornet already existed. Do you know which USS Hornet, though?
Well, probably not this one.
Not this one, but there was a USS Hornet prior. That was CV-8. CV-8 Hornet, which was a Yorktown-class aircraft carrier, you may know is famous for doing the Doolittle raid, the first ever bombing strike against Japan during World War II, but also attacking the mainland of Japan in their 1,000-year history at that point. Never been done before until the Americans said after Pearl Harbor, you know what? We need to let the Japanese know that we can do this. So, but unfortunately, Hornet CV was sunk in the Battle of Santa Cruz. Therefore, when we lost the ship, the Navy decided to rename this ship, which was laid down to be USS Kearsarge, as Hornet CV-12 to honor and commemorate the sailors who lost their life when Hornet CV-8 went down. So, this ship got back in the fight. This has been done for several other aircraft carriers, such as USS Lexington, USS Yorktown, several other cruisers, such as USS Helena. But that is something the Navy likes to do, is rename their ships for the fallen. So
I remember there was a U.S. aircraft carrier that visited Sweden, like a couple of years ago. I think it was the Kearsarge or something like that.
Could be Kearsarge. I know that in the Atlantic Fleet, you would normally, I think you maybe saw Abraham Lincoln. You know what? Did you know what kind of aircraft carrier it was? How big was it?
Harriers on it.
Had Harriers.
Yeah.
When are we using Harriers? That's the British. That's the British. That's the silly British. They don't come up with good ideas like angled aircraft decks. I'm just kidding. Fun fact: flight decks, as we know, so Hornet as a aircraft carrier during World War II had a straight deck, right? But post World War II and the advent of jet aircraft were getting heavier. They needed better methods of landing, safer methods of landing. So, for example, straight deck carrier, right? When it got retrofitted after the war, they added an angle deck. So aircraft would take off at the forward part of the ship. They would land on the back part of the ship at an angle and catch arresting gear cables. We'll go over that process later.
Okay.
But that was not a concept that the United States Navy came up with. It was actually the British.
Okay.
The British Royal Navy came up with the concept of the angle aircraft carrier deck long before US came up with the idea. But they had the idea of armoring their flight decks before we did. So, looks like we just keep, us Americans, we're just stealing everything, aren't we? Stealing everything from the British.
I've seen a lot of movie or clips of airplanes landing on aircraft carriers, and it always looks so cool and incredibly hard.
It is a hard process. Naval aviators landing on a flight deck that, can you imagine? It's at sea, right? With wobbly. So they have to be very precise. And there's different processes that they use there, such as the Fresnel optical landing system, which is a natural way of helping pilots hit the right angle to catch arresting gear cables. But we'll get into that further on the tour. So in the hangar deck here, this is an Essex-class aircraft carrier. This was the next class of aircraft carrier after World War II and is post the Washington Naval Treaty. So it was a bigger hull. It could carry more aircraft. It was a weapon built for war. So SS-class carriers during World War II could carry upwards to a little over 100 aircraft. But the interesting part is aircraft during World War II were not, well, even nowadays in the United States Naval Doctrine, aren't to be stored on the hangar deck. Can you guess where they're stored?
I don't know.
Stored on the flight deck.
Oh, that makes sense.
So one thing, and here we'll take a look at this, Mr. Cameraman. This is a good example. Is there's these little grooves in the ground. You may notice, right? They have them here on the hangar deck too. So this has actually been filled in because when it became a museum, we needed to be able to make it safer for people. But these were little grooves that you could tie chains through, and they're up on the flight deck. They're more restored up on the flight deck. You could tie chains to them and tie aircraft down and have them to be stored on the flight deck. So when you're going across the Atlantic or you're going across the Pacific and you're trying to transfer planes, that's how they did that.
Oh, okay.
So they could store almost 100 aircraft, but also up here in the rafters, there's these little hooks, and it's a little hard to see, but there's these hooks where they could actually hang aircraft as well. That's how they got it. But the hangar deck was mainly used for maintenance of aircraft.
Okay.
All aircraft were mainly stored on the flight deck. When they would come down here during flight operations, but mainly we wanted to keep all of our aircraft up there because it was easier for us to get more. More is better, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
But we'll start off, and I like to start this tour with talking about aviation because I like aviation. I'm an aviation guy.
Yeah.
So, World War II, aircraft carriers were becoming more and more relevant. The battleship was, well, it was still considered the main centerpiece of a fleet, but there was one event that happened that changed all that concept. Can you guess which event changed the idea that battleships weren't the end-all be-all?
I don't know.
No, just take a wild guess. Which event in World War II? Think aircraft carriers, planes, sinking battleships.
Midway, maybe? I don't know.
No, not Midway.
Okay.
I'm also going to tell you this. It's not Pearl Harbor.
I don't know. Shots is saying different things. They're saying... Someone's saying Bismarck.
Not Bismarck.
I'll
give you a hint.
Yamato,
This
maybe?
attack taught the Japanese how to execute Pearl Harbor.
Oh. I don't know.
The British.
Oh.
The raid on Taranto.
Oh.
So here's the thing. I believe it was in 1940, but the British were at war before the Americans obviously had entered World War II. And during the Mediterranean War, because the biggest threat in the Mediterranean was the Italians. They had a tremendous navy, very powerful. You know, Mussolini with the big show and the parades and the cannons. But the problem is they didn't have a lot of fuel. So they couldn't take the fleet out into the Mediterranean to challenge the Royal Navy.
Oh.
That's why the Royal Navy basically ruled the Mediterranean for the duration. There were U-boats, but for the most part, they went unabated. So the battleships in Taranto were all lined up, just like in Pearl Harbor, and the British had an idea. What if we sent HMS Illustrious with her air complement of, funny enough, almost biplane-looking aircraft? I forgot what the name was. Forgive me, don't know my British aircraft too well. But they sent these prop planes with torpedoes, and they did Pearl Harbor before it was Pearl Harbor. They sunk a ton of battleships and cruisers in the port of Taranto.
Oh. Yeah, I think I've heard about this before.
Yes. So this event acted as a catalyst for encouraging navies around the world to start seeing the value of the aircraft carrier. It is a mobile weapon of destruction. And also, you don't lose it. You may lose aircraft, but you don't lose a ship. Battleships need armor. They need shells. They need all these things. Aircraft carriers aren't supposed to be even near the battle. So when you can have a mobile airfield, changes the game. A new dimension of naval warfare, the sky. So during World War II, one of the key aircraft, and this is only a training variant, this is not the actual Wildcat, but this is the FN-2 Wildcat, by Grumman. This aircraft was one of the first naval air fighters to be mass-produced in World War II. However, it was small, it was outdated, wasn't as maneuverable, but it did the job during peacetime. But many of you guys know, and if you're a big World War II historian, you know that the Japanese Zero was a very effective aircraft in the early days of the war. It was maneuverable, it was lightweight, and it was carrier-based. So it got the job done, and it made the Wildcats, they fought valiantly, but they were a little outdated. That's when we get introduced to the Hellcat, which is a much bigger, bulkier, and heavily armed to the teeth aircraft. So, but talking about our collection. So the FN2 Wildcat. Here's a fun fact. Can you guess where we got this aircraft from, Miss Alfie?
I don't know. I've heard of museums getting their aircrafts in many weird places. For example, Air Pima got one of their airplanes, the Finnish one, from a swamp. So,
ooh,
that's
actually a big. That's a good hint. Where we got this?
Was it found in a swamp?
No. We actually got this from the bottom of one of the Great Lakes.
Oh, so it was close.
The bottom of Lake Erie.
Oh.
Because the Great Lakes were used as a training ground for aircraft carrier landings. I forgot what the other name was, but there were actually 2 training aircraft carriers that were retrofitted cargo ships, USS Wolverine, and I forgot what the other one was. But these type of aircraft were used to train naval aviators before they went out to the fleet, because you just don't go out, get all your training and on a runway and just think, oh, I can go out to sea and land on an aircraft carrier. It's a little harder than that. So this variant was used for training. Now, turn the camera over here. Later in the war, the introduction of this fine, large, young woman.
Yeah, large.
This is Miss June. Everybody say hi, Miss June.
Hello.
Hi, Miss June.
Miss June is very thick.
Yes, she is extra thick.
Extra thick.
You're bad, Alfie. But Miss June is a very large aircraft compared to the Wildcat. Similar to the Hellcat. Is a TBM torpedo bomber.
Whoa, that is so large.
This payload.
Oh my god. That is like, how tall is that? Is that taller than you?
It is much taller than me. This is about 10 feet. A little more than 10 feet, actually. If I'm eyeing it, me, about 10, 11. But this is 1,600 pound, I believe the Mark, not the Mark 14, I believe the Mark 16 torpedo. But this torpedo was developed midway through the war because I believe it was the Mark 14 or 13. That was a dud torpedo because the Department of Arms in World War II thought, oh, well, these torpedoes are fine. They're just fine. But over in the early days of the war, we were launching torpedoes from submarines and torpedo bombers that weren't going off when they hit a battleship.
Yeah.
So this later variant of torpedo was much more effective in sinking ships. Probably one of the biggest reasons why we won the war, U.S. won the war in the Pacific was the submarines, as they became more effective, were destroying Japanese shipping convoys.
Oh, okay.
When you cut off resources and logistics, it makes it much easier to fight a war.
It does.
But Miss June, you may notice, has this massive wingspan.
That is very tall, very long,
so let's take a
elongated.
So for reference, guys, I am 6'5". Pretty tall.
What is that in what is that in centimeters for people who don't speak?
Man, you're asking an American.
Yeah, well, not everyone speaks foot fetish system, so we don't know. You know?
What? Wow. We're doing a tour, and you going off the rails, Missy. I'm kidding.
198, 195, 195. Okay.
No, you went on Google. You didn't do the math.
Chat did the math. They did the math.
Wow, you letting Chat do the math?
Yeah, they're doing it for me.
What's the point of primary school, man?
I'm very lucky. I don't need to do math.
It's first grade SpongeBob. So, you may notice, though, that the wings are folded here. Why are the wings folded, Miss Alfie? Why do you think that is? Why do they fold?
For storage purposes.
Exactly. To get as much aircraft here on the carrier, and this is for all navies around the world, the aircraft, carrier-based aircraft, have to have folded wings.
Yes. Like a bird.
So, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You may wonder what this big area is right here. Take a wild guess.
It looks like you should be able to open that. Oh, it's a lift, someone says. An elevator.
It's an elevator. It's
Oh.
elevator 1. There are 3 elevators here on the on Essex class carriers. This one is on the forward part of the ship near the bow. So this was used to help move aircraft that were coming aboard. Obviously, since it's on the forward part of the ship, we don't use it during flight operations. But we use this, and here's the fun part: all of our elevators actually still work today.
Really?
I believe we are the only Essex class aircraft carrier museum that has all 3 elevators working.
What? Oh my!
And that is
older things just last, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a testament to our volunteers.
Yeah.
You know, we are a volunteer-run mainly organization. Well, we have our staff, but we have our volunteers. We have a majority volunteers. They come in and restore many of the machinery here on the ship. Experts and veterans from years past still come today to help keep the ship running.
Oh, it's amazing.
All right, so are there any questions as we move down here?
I'm just mostly impressed that an elevator can lift an entire airplane, and I don't even know how that works. Like, imagine how powerful the elevator needs to be.
Well, the Hornet has a very powerful power plant.
Oh, okay.
So one actually cool part is this elevator is powerful enough and big enough that we actually have an F-14 Tomcat. We take it up and down.
Oh my!
F-14 Tomcat, if you know the size of that aircraft, is pretty beefy. Yeah, matter of fact, I think the nickname for the F-14 during its service life was Turkey.
Big.
Here's one of my favorite aircraft.
Oh.
The F-8 Crusader.
Oh,
big
mouth.
Quick question.
I think it's hungry.
It is hungry. See, let's take a look.
Don't put your arm in. It's gonna eat you. No! Oh my God! No!
I'm not scared.
I'm not scared. It spared you today. You're safe.
Yeah. Whatever. Cool.
Maybe she was fed earlier. You're okay. You're okay.
So you may notice with this aircraft, oh, my flashlight. Oh, it's flickering on and off. But this is the jet intake.
Yeah.
Air goes and then exchanges out to the jet engine that's in there. We still have the engine in.
Okay.
But the F-8 Crusader was a special aircraft for 2 big reasons. So it was mainly an fighter interceptor. But here's the thing. In the Cold War, what was one of the big things? You know, who's here? You seen Top Gun, Miss Alfie?
Yeah, of course I've seen Top Gun.
What are they always trying to do? Get what? Missile lock? Well, this aircraft does not have missiles.
Oh, okay.
It does not have guided missiles. The F-8 Crusader was known as the last gunfighter. Why? Because she relied on her guns. She was made to dogfight.
Okay.
She's really, realistically, one of the last primarily made dogfighters.
Okay.
Made by Vought. This is the same company that made the F-4U Corsair. So what you see right here, it was also a bomber as well. But here's the cool part about this aircraft. Its wings could change its angle of incidence. So this part is actually a little detached from the fuselage. Fuselage is the body of the aircraft.
Okay.
So this part could actually, where my hand is right here, see this crevice right here?
Yeah.
It could lift up separate from the fuselage.
Oh, okay.
So let's imagine my flashlight is the F-8, right? And let's imagine my fingers right here are the wings, okay? You see?
Yeah.
So as it's landing, most aircraft need to keep their wings, their nose up. Or they need to try to keep their nose down so they can land, right? So to bring better stabilization, the wings would move up and help it stay level as it landed versus having to move up.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it changes the angle of incidence, which is where the airframe hits the airframe, helping to keep the lift, make it a safer aircraft to land.
Okay.
So here's the actual aircraft up in the air. So again, these wings when it lands can help move independently from the body.
Okay.
So are there any questions?
Does chat have any questions?
Well, it's a door.
I don't know. Do they? Question.
Well,
okay, how long does it take to walk through an aircraft carrier end to end?
Like end to end here?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna say like 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
I mean, hey, Mr. Cameron. Don't you shake your head at me. If I'm booking it, if I'm like
super fast.
If I'm walking like that, I'm get there in 3 minutes, dude.
Oh.
I would say 10 minutes though. But that is accounting for the fact that this is empty. This is more empty than it would be when it's at sea. So it is easier. Now, if we're going on the interior of the ship, it's jungle. It's gonna take you It's gonna take you a while.
Someone is asking when that airplane's last flight was.
I believe its last flight was in 71.
Okay.
I have to check the flight log because we actually, for all of our aircraft, we have flight logs for their activities because when they're given to us by the Navy, we have a log of what this aircraft did, who flew it, and it's a little bit of its history. Obviously not the top secret stuff, but we want to know how much mileage is on it. I love this aircraft. This is one of my favorites. This is the A4 Skyhawk, but it is a training variant of the A4 Skyhawk. So if any of you aviation guys know your stuff, you know the A4 Skyhawk was a workhorse of the Vietnam War. It was a fighter bomber interceptor, but it was mainly used for bombing missions in Vietnam. Matter of fact, we have a pilot here who's a docent here aboard the ship, still alive. Mr. Alan Cartwright flew over 400 combat missions in Vietnam and over 400 landings on aircraft carriers.
Oh my God.
And he's pretty cool guy. Not here today, but he might be. But probably wondering, what is this long pole? And no jokes. I know what happens in the VTuber realm. I know the jokes you guys make.
Think
but
it's for kissing the other airplanes.
No, it's not.
No, is it for refueling?
Yes, it's for refueling. Yeah. When you have a tank, when the aircraft are on extended missions, especially in Vietnam, you have a tanker aircraft and you have a large cone here. And this is to help move it into position to connect to the tanker to be able to do underway refueling in the air.
So that means I was technically correct. They're just kissing in the air.
Yes, you could say that, Miss Alfie. You could say that.
They're smooching.
They're at least they're not hand holding. If they were hand holding, I would say that's going too far.
Oh yeah, that's too spicy.
Unsolicited hand holding. How dare you? This is a family organization.
No.
So, what I love about this aircraft is this really cool function. It has a natural way of decreasing its drag. What does drag do?
Drag.
Think about it. When an aircraft
slows it down, or
let's say, exactly. It slows it down.
Yeah.
Drag is the air resistance. So as it's flying in the air, you have an air pocket around an aircraft that forms as cutting through the air. When this aircraft's getting ready to land, a way that it helps to control its drag more without using hydraulics, but naturally, is this functionality. So when you're here, it's in this position. But as you take off on the carrier and you get up in the air, slowly but surely, this naturally slides back. This is not controlled by hydraulics. This is controlled by the wind.
Oh, by the wind. Okay.
But when you're coming in for a landing, this naturally is going to fall back, helping to increase the drag, make it easier to land, slow the aircraft down so it's easier to catch arresting gear cables.
Wow. Engineering moment.
Exactly. See, big brain.
Big brain. Engage.
Exactly. You know what? Neuron activation.
Yes, neuron activation. That's me when I see an airplane.
See, there you go. See that's a woman of culture.
Yeah.
All right. And Mr. Cameraman, I'm not going to do the same thing. But so you probably wonder how aircraft land on aircraft carriers. Well, carrier-based aircraft, and this is for all nations around the world, have to have what we call a tail hook. Miss Victoria, take a look here. See this groove right here? This helps to catch arresting gear cables that we run across the flight deck using hydraulics to help pull them, adjust the tension for different aircraft of different size and shapes and payloads.
Oh.
So when an aircraft's coming in for landing, they drop the tail hook to be able to catch the hook, and that helps to stop them. So here's the question: what do you think what happens when an aircraft lands and it catches a hook and it lands on the aircraft carrier? Does it cut its power? Does it go full power? Does it go afterburner? What does it do? Just a guess.
I think it probably, I don't know. Maybe slow down? No?
Nope.
No?
It goes full power.
Full power. Oh, full power.
Why? Because they have the hydraulics that are building tensions like a rubber band, right? And two arms. And there's these hydraulic rooms down in the ship. They help to adjust the tension for that aircraft and its power so it catches it, so it doesn't break, but it gives and it adjusts and pulls back. And you have to give full power so that way it can adjust it properly.
Okay.
So, but this little thing right here, this is a holdback bar, it's a torsion bar. There's other names for it. Different guys say different things, but this is a holdback bar. The holdback bar, and this is an interesting piece of ingenuity. This bar is actually something that's found on multiple aircraft during its era, and there's actually a different method they do nowadays in the modern Navy. But this is made for the A4 Skyhawk. So you're probably wondering, Mr. Cameron, you come a little closer. What's this little groove right here? You see it?
I don't know.
See that groove? See where my finger is? You see how it has like its main part, but then it sinks in right here? Right here.
I don't know what that is.
So this, it's part of the bar. But here's the thing. This bar can hold back aircraft larger than it and smaller than it. But it is specially made for this aircraft because of the certain weight, thrust, and the adjustment that the hydraulic catapults need to make to launch the aircraft. This is tied to an arresting gear cable that's tied to the flight deck.
Okay.
Holds it back so that way when they're getting ready to take off, they're giving full power, but they're being held back by this. But when they hit that button, like you see in the movies with the shooter, like in Top Gun and that stuff, and when they take off, this steel bar will break in half.
Oh, okay.
It's a disposable. So when you're at sea, they have to throw it away, can't use it again. But they carry hundreds of these on aircraft carriers at the time to help hold these back. Now, the Navy has a modern method of doing it that's tied to the front of the aircraft for the torsion bar, and it's actually recyclable. So, the Navy, we're going green. Reuse, reduce, recycle, right? So that bar helps keep that aircraft back. And there are multiple different types of bars. If I had my examples, I would show you. Matter of fact, one of our docents here, Joe, he actually has a whole collection of different torsion bars that were used for different aircraft during his time in the Navy during the Cold War.
Okay.
Are there any questions?
Chat, do you have any questions? I'll give them a moment.
No problem at all. No problem at all.
What makes this plane one of your favorites?
Well, my favorite part of this aircraft is the fact that it has the natural way of decreasing its speed. The fact is, most people think, it has to have hydraulics. But no, this is a natural way the aircraft can slow itself down. Also, the A4 is not a bad-looking aircraft. Matter of fact,
looks really pretty. Yeah.
In the real-life Top Gun training program, this aircraft flew Adversary. Adversary being the aircraft that, F-14s or F-18s will go and dogfight. So this is the aircraft that because it was faster, it was more nimble, and it put the pilots at a disadvantage, but it couldn't do what the F-14 and the F-18 could do. So this aircraft was used to train our pilots to fight MiGs, essentially. That and the F-5.
Someone's asking, what was the last conflict the Hornet took part in?
That would be the Vietnam War. During Vietnam, the Hornet was decommissioned in 1972 fully, I believe. Okay. And at that point, Hornet became a anti-submarine aircraft carrier, doing a tour on Yankee Station, helping to do anti-submarine operations. So they were looking for submarines.
Okay.
And that actually ties into the next part I will go into, but I don't want to stop anybody for any more questions if that answers.
What happens if they run out of those bars that you were showing?
Well, then they have to get, well, they don't run out of those bars.
Okay.
That's the thing. The Hornet, when it's at sea, and there's actually been points in Hornet's history where she was at sea for almost more than a year, there was underway replenishment when they would have a supply ship come next to the Hornet, shoot harpoons across, and they would carry over supplies. So they had a constant supplies. The Hornet was never without.
Okay.
The Navy logistical network was very, very good. Well, is very, very good to this day. Any other questions before I move on?
I think that was it for now.
Okay. So this is the S2 tracker. Ms. Alfie, what do you think this aircraft was used for? Just wild guess.
Take pictures?
It was used for observation in some cases, but it was used for combat in a certain form.
Because it looked
combat.
like it has a camera in front. But maybe
no, that's just,
no. Okay.
No, that's just the
okay. Okay.
This was used for anti-submarine warfare.
Oh, anti-submarine warfare. Okay.
The S2 tracker could be used for anti-submarine warfare in that it could actually carry anti-submarine torpedoes, but it could also carry depth charges. So you see these bays right here. These bays can help drop depth charges or torpedoes.
Big.
So what does the depth charge do? You know?
Is it one of those that like go in water and then they sink and kaboom?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But when they launch the depth charge into the water, what are they trying to do?
I find the submarine? I don't know. Destroy the submarine?
They are trying to destroy the submarine, but here's the thing. Does the explosive need to touch the submarine? Like, does it need to actually, the shrapnel and whatnot need to touch the submarine? Or do they just need to throw the pressure off?
Someone is saying, get the submarine to the surface. Force it to surface.
You can force it to surface, and that's good. But if you can knock a submarine out on the water, even better. You ever have a soda can, drink soda, drink Diet Coke, you know?
Oh, so it's to mess with the pressure.
Yes, mess with the pressure. When you have the soda can, right? So what happens if you take that soda if you're in the pool, right? Swimming pool. And you take the soda can or water bottle underwater, what happens to it? Take it deeper into the thing.
Yeah, it becomes scrunkulated.
Starts
crumpling
up.
Yeah, crumpling.
To where like it's a teeny tiny thing. So when you're underwater, you're down there and the can starts crumpling up. And if you're at a certain pressure in the water, it's going to be a teeny tiny thing or it's going to disappear.
Okay.
So if the depth charge can knock off the submarine's pressure, because submarines are pressurized, don't you think it's going to start a chain reaction to start crumpling up?
Makes sense.
Taking it out of operation.
Yeah.
But that's just one aspect of submarine warfare. Mainly for anti-submarine warfare operations, they would use helicopters. Are there any questions about that before I move on?
Do you guys have any questions about that? Submarine destruction.
We'll come over here.
That is a big mouth.
It is a big mouth. So they actually have this closed, but this is the air intake. So this aircraft is often confused with a MiG, but it actually came before the MiG. This is the FJ2 Fury. This is actually one of the first widely distributed and used naval-based jet aircraft post-World War II, especially during the 1950s.
Oh,
it was used in the Korean War primarily.
Oh,
obviously you have a 50 cal.
Oh my
50
god,
caliber
that's
machine gun.
so cool! Wow, look at that, still in there.
Notice how big that round is.
Oh my god, that is so big.
But this aircraft wasn't popular with the Navy for the long because it was nimble, but it could not carry as many payloads could not do what it needed it to do. So it was phased out later on in favor of the Panther jet.
Okay.
But here's the fun part. They still used it. You know why? Because the Navy still does this today. Whatever
really?
the Navy does not want and does not want to put their name on, they give to
Marines, to the Marines. Yeah.
They give to the Marines. They don't
Yeah.
want it. The Navy takes all the good stuff. The Marines get the scraps, unfortunately.
So they send them the old planes and
Well, they don't send it. They're not old, but they're not what the newest thing the Navy wants to use off the assembly line.
Does the year's supply of crayons come with that delivery, or?
Exactly.
Yeah,
See?
Yeah.
Big brain. Now you're talking, man. I kind of want some crowns. Can we cut the chore early?
The red one.
Loki.
The red one is supposedly the most yummy.
Nah, it's the blue ones.
The
Tastes
blue
like blue like blue raspberry ice.
Oh, blue raspberry.
Yeah. When you go to when you go to the theater and you get like an icy, it tastes like that. I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't eat crayons.
I like root beer.
Here's the Hup. The Hup Retriever. This is a rescue aircraft that was used to rescue pilots from down when aircraft were down or ejected out at sea. So that's one thing the Hornet had. We had a lot of helicopters to be able to do rescue operations and anti-submarine warfare.
I've seen footage of that one flying. Like, not that one in particular, but that model. I've seen footage of that one flying.
Yes, it was a very common rescue aircraft. So, but later on, we came up with this bad boy.
That is large.
This is the Sikorsky SH-3H King. The Sikorsky is probably one of the most famous helicopter aircraft. Matter of fact, I think there are some used by navies and air forces today for rescue operations. Matter of fact, this is actually still used in modern time for fire rescue.
Okay.
But the Sikorsky Sea King is famous for one major thing. It picked up 3 guys in particular.
3 guys.
3 guys. Let's test your Hornet history. Okay, let's see if you did some research. What is one of the things Hornet is most famous for in their history?
I don't know.
Wow.
Listen, like I mostly know about European naval history.
Right? Like you know, like this is Sweden or something. I thought you were a Valkyrie from Valhalla.
My gosh.
Come on. It's first grade.
Oh, wait, is it for astronauts?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
And you only got that because your chat said it. I can't read chat, but I know what they're saying. Chat, naughty.
Well, to be fair, I did visit Huntsville, and they also had rescue helicopters there. So
see, there you go.
Yeah.
But the Sikorsky was famous for picking up the Apollo 11 and 12 astronauts. That Hornet actually was responsible for getting when Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and I forgot the third guy's name. I'm sorry. But when they came back, this was one of the first aircraft they had gotten in. Here's an image of Hornet picking her up in 1969.
Wow. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my god.
Now, this isn't the exact Sikorsky helicopter the Hornet had that picked her up, but it is the aircraft that was used in the movie Apollo 11.
Mm-hmm.
And part of the livery that we did shows all the different Apollo missions that Sikorsky was responsible for picking up. But this was using the Tom Hanks Apollo 11 movie for picking him up. If you've seen Apollo 11 with Tom Hanks and a few other guys.
Okay.
Great movie.
Chat is asking, what has it been like being introduced to VTubers?
I already know about VTubers. I'm going to be honest.
You were already a VTuber enjoyer.
I mean, Alfie, should I tell them?
Yeah.
So I actually, funny enough, I don't know how it happened. I ended up starting a VTuber group called V-Fleet, and it's mainly about like ship girls and jet girls. And the whole point of V-Fleet is to spread awareness and raise support for museum ships such as the Hornet, Iowa, but also the foundations, even other museum ships outside of the U.S., such as HMS Belfast. Yeah. We are trying to raise awareness and support for these museums because, again, this is living history, and this should live on farther beyond what the veterans, because, you know, it's their legacy. We want to help do that. So, you know, our VTubers, they're based off aircraft and ships, and they help to spread the history of that while also just giving them an opportunity to have fun and stream.
Yeah, some of them are actually in my chat right now.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Whiskey and Josie.
Oh no. I'm afraid to look at my Discord messages now. They're both Iowa class, and so they gang up and bully me.
Oh my god.
Oh, but I will say one last thing before I move on. Did you know that Josie is a massive Shadow the Hedgehog fan? Everybody in her chat, go follow her or spam her on Twitter that she's a Shadow the Hedgehog fan. Please do it. I will love you forever.
This is sus. Very sus.
She's gonna hate me. But what is this? So here is this isn't the actual capsule used, but this is an example of the Apollo 11 and 12 and 13 capsule that the astronauts had to be in for multiple days after their mission.
They had one of these in Huntsville too.
It's pretty common. This is actually the training model variant.
Oh, doesn't look very comfortable.
No. Can you imagine being in there for like several days at a time?
I would rather not. No. I think my bed is a lot more comfy.
Yeah, it's definitely more comfy. My bed's more comfy too, especially when it's raining. But you'll see right here. Oh, it's Michael Collins. I just read it. It's Michael Collins. Well, okay, Mr. Cameron, if you know it, why don't you say it? That's fine. It's Michael Collins, the third guy no one knows. Oh, matter of fact, we have this sign that says Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin's footsteps. Is Michael Collins included?
No.
No, he's not.
No.
We like Michael Collins. It's no offense, Mr. Collins, if you're watching, but I'm just saying, skill issue. So
roasted.
I'm sorry.
Roasted, Mom.
So what the footsteps you see right here are the exact footsteps they took when they exited the capsule. So this banner we have right here is an image of when they first came aboard the USS Hornet. Some of the first steps they took back on Earth when they got here.
Okay. Man, imagine coming from space and then you have to be on a ship and it's like swaying.
Yeah, but even more so than that, they had to wear those contamination suits. Why? Because of space cooties. We didn't know if there was space germs. So as soon as they got back, so you know what? I'm done.
No. Come back. I can be normal. I promise.
What, Alfie? We're involved in V2ing. There's nothing normal about this.
I promise.
There's nothing normal about this. Come on. Okay, so, but I forgot where I was now. Oh my gosh. So, but when they got off the helicopter, being in space for multiple weeks, guess where they had to go?
Into the box.
Quarantine. We're all familiar with this concept, aren't we?
Oh wow.
It's pretty cool. They were locked in. They had food. They had Wi-Fi. They had all that. Matter of fact, I think one of them had a streaming setup. I think one of them became a VTuber at one point, but I'm not sure. But
gamer in there.
Yeah, I think they had a lifetime supply of gamer subs in there. I'm not sure, but
my gosh.
But
what if? Yeah, Chat's like, what if you farted in there?
If you farted in there,
a fight would break out.
I have no war story that anybody had. Matter of fact, they make a movie out of that. It'd be like the worst war story ever.
Oh my gosh.
But they would be in here for 2 weeks at a time because they needed to decontaminate and know what their health was. Now, we know nowadays that there's no such thing as space germs. There's no such thing as space food.
There is no space ligma.
There is no space ligma.
Mm-hmm.
But we know that, we don't know what are on other planets as well. So you could see this return if, say, astronauts start going to other planets outside our solar system. But, that's all speculation.
Yeah, maybe. We just haven't found the space ligma yet.
Why are you on the space ligma? Oh, my gosh.
It sounds funny.
Well, why? We're on a tour, and we're being educational.
I am very
you
normal.
Over here. Wow,
so
is this
normal.
what it's going to be like for CarrierCon? Is this what it's going to be like for CarrierCon?
No, I will be very normal.
No, you won't.
No.
Carrier con's anything but normal.
Oh my god.
So you see this mural right here. This is actually an example of all the aircraft that the USS Hornet had on board and used during her service time.
Oi, oi, oi. Look
Well,
at all those snoots. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's so cute though that you have like a mural of all of them. That's so pretty.
Yep, this was done by a former Hornet docent.
Mhm.
You know, we love Rich. He was a great guy. But this was his last gift he gave to the Hornet, so we're very grateful for that. And this is just such a beautiful piece.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever booped the airplane snoot?
I think technically I did because I touched its nose, so
You
technically I
booped
did
the
boop
airplane snoot. Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, fine. I have a question for you then.
Oh, yeah?
Have you ever booted Lumi's snoot? Because she is wolf. Did you boop the snoot?
I probably have.
Okay, there you go. See, it's
Yeah.
confirmed. Confirmed. Facts and logic.
Facts.
And here's the flight simulator that doesn't work. Well, I mean, it technically works. I don't know, Mr. Cameron. When are we getting it up and running? That's the question. Okay, it's not happening. Anyways, so we'll take you back here and let you look at our restoration area and also one of our latest aircraft that is getting restored and will be out soon.
Okay.
Are there any questions I can answer while we're walking over here?
Chat, you can ask a question if you want. Big. Oh, yeah.
This should seem familiar if you've seen multiple Vietnam War movies, but this is the Seahorse helicopter used for troop transport. This was mainly used for troop transport, rescue operations at sea, but you know it was mainly a Marines helicopter.
Oh.
So back over here, it's a little bit of a maze, but they're doing some painting right now. She looks really good.
Oh. Chat is asking, how long does a restoration take?
Sometimes, depending on the support we get from our donors and admissions and the money that the museum is given, because again, it is a nonprofit organization. Sometimes it can take between 2 to 3 years to restore one aircraft.
Long time.
I know for a fact when I first came aboard the Hornet, almost I want to say 5 years ago at this point, this aircraft was not in the shape it was then. It was, paint was chipping, it was eroded. But she looks so much better now. This is the F4 Phantom that is currently being restored.
It's sleeping. You can't wake it up. It has its blanket on.
Oh
my god. My god.
I'm sorry.
He's Eeper.
So, continue down here.
What model is it? Someone asked.
Which F4 it is?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the question of that. I'll have to ask restoration, but it is a Navy variant because it has a tail hook.
Okay.
Because the F4 was used by the Air Force and it was used by the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mr. Troy, let's move down here. So below the deck.
No, these are the creepy stairs that I experienced on Belfast.
Oh, they're not that creepy.
You think those are worse?
It's okay, Ant. You're the curator. Our museum curator's camera shy.
Okay.
Ooh,
ghost!
And the lights will flicker on and off. Ooh.
The ghosts are coming, Shant. You must be careful.
Hey, Manny.
Spooby.
We're passing through right now is actually some of our exhibits we have, such as our African Americans in the military exhibit that's right here.
Oh.
We do keep the lights off when the museum's closed in some places to help conserve power, so I'm going to leave these off. But this is our women in the military exhibit, complete with multiple uniforms that were used during services branches of the military. So you see right here.
Okay. Oh. Did you know that I have a large collection of Swedish women's military uniforms?
I think you mentioned that to me before.
Yeah.
You gonna bring him the carrier con?
I don't know. Should I?
I mean, if you want.
I could if you guys want me to.
It seems like the most appropriate event you could do that.
I mean, if people want me to, I'll do it. I can even do like period accurate hair with the curls and everything.
That's not creepy at all. There's well, see, this is the haunted hallway. We're not going to go down that way.
Is it haunted?
Oh
my God, ghost!
We're so scared. I'm kind of scared.
The ghosts are coming.
And we left all the lights off. Okay, so where we're headed right now is actually where the Marines stay.
The Marines stay.
We're headed.
Okay, it's lagging a little bit, just so you know. Uh-oh. Did we disconnect?
Right.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully it'll stay.
Weird. Weird. Oh no. It's oh no. No, the camera, they got eaten by the ghost. They got eaten by the ghost. One moment, chat. I'll see if I can get them back. Okay. They're still in the call, but it's like disconnected, I think. Let's see what they're saying. I got you 1 second. All right. It's the signal jammers? I don't think so. It's the ghost that ate them. Maybe the ghost ate the internet. Could be. We'll be back in a bit, chat. It's okay. The marine bunks prepare for the smell of energy drinks and chewing tobacco. My God. This happened every time I was in the Navy too. Go below decks and the signal.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, hello? Hello?
We just lost you.
Yeah, I know.
Wonder why in that specific spot. Didn't do it last time.
The ghosts came and ate you.
Yeah, I'm missing a leg right now. It's okay.
Oh no!
You know, it's cool. The ghost is a pretty chill guy.
Really?
Help the chill guy.
Just the chill guy.
Yeah, when you're giving a tour to a VTuber, but you're just a chill guy.
He's just a chill guy, guys.
Exactly. So where are we at right
now? Is this the theater?
No, this is not the theater. This is not big enough.
What is this?
This is one of the various ready rooms we have.
Oh, ready room. Okay.
So you see, like you see in the movies when they're giving the briefing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
This is where the squadrons will go over their mission details, who's going up, ordnance you're carrying, but also for debriefs as well. But this is where they would brief pilots before they would take off.
Okay.
You could put your gear up on the racks over there.
Oh yeah.
But here's an example of here at Hornet when she's at sea in the 1960s.
Oh yeah.
But basically, these are classrooms. There are multiple of these throughout the ship for different squadrons. Because you could be having multiple squadrons go out for multiple missions.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any questions?
I was wondering what the little TV thing was in there. But like the little TV thingy.
Oh, well,
yeah. What is that? I'm sorry. I should have asked while we were there.
This is a great point. We won't be able to go to the flight deck, but this is a really great point.
Okay.
So you'll notice right here, look how you see the aircraft coming in. It looks like a reticle.
Yeah.
That's because on the flight deck, there's actually a camera that's giving a feed of landings. They're seeing, and there are multiple of these screens. The captain has one. The air boss has one in the Fly, which is primary flight control tower at sea. But they can see the angle of which the aircraft are coming in, and it helps to tell them and grade them, because pilots get graded like they're going to school, on their landings.
Oh. Okay.
So this is an example of a feed that they could see. So let's say they're giving a debriefing. They would say, hey, so-and-so, you had this leading, you were right on reticle. Hey, you were above the line. Hey, you were below the line. This is so they can debrief and they can improve, because Navy is always about improvement, efficiency, and commitment.
Whiskey is saying, can you explain the floor bulkhead navigator numbers on the yellow diagram?
Wait, what?
Whiskey,
I'm not explaining that. That is long and arduous.
Okay.
No, she's purposely giving me questions that are gonna have to make me really, really think.
Okay.
No, oh my god,
she's trolling you.
Yes, she's absolutely trolling me.
Okay.
And Whiskey, we're gonna have a not so skibbity talk after this.
Skibbity talk. Let's go. Is Whiskey gonna get skibbity owned?
I don't know. Whiskey's pretty chill. She's on that alpha grind.
Alpha grandma. No.
Oh, let's head down here.
Oh my god, the demons are eating the internet. Okay, it's getting better, I think.
Wait, this is where our admin offices are, so what? That should be better. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's too quiet. This boss lady.
Grandma.
Hi, boss. Anyways, let's continue on.
Hello.
Anyways, let's continue on here. So, welcome to the wardroom. This is considered the officer's mess.
Oh, this is the fancy part.
Absolutely, it is. So, this is some of our exhibits. This is a good example of a tail hook right here that's cut up, as well as different aircraft carriers throughout history. But here's a display showing the first ever landing on a carrier.
Oh.
But you'll notice this is not on an aircraft carrier. This is on a battleship. They went on the tail end of a World War I battleship, and they were trying to think, how could they get planes to land on a carrier?
It's kind of an insane idea when you think about it.
It is an insane idea, and they called them insane. But you know what? Pulled it off. So where now we have modern carriers such as Gerald R. Ford. Oh. Here's Hornet after the Battle of Leyte Gulf in 1942. You'll notice how she looks very different than she does now. That's because the Hornet has gone through several iterations. She had multiple 127 millimeter anti-aircraft weapons near the island, because those are dual-purpose guns. They could be either used ship-to-ship or they could be used anti-air. But for the purposes of the Hornet, it was used for anti-air role.
Oh.
All right, who's hungry? Welcome to the wardroom. This is considered the officer's mess hall. So, this area has been fully restored by our volunteers. However, it does not look exactly like it would be, because if the officers were doing a nice dinner, they would have white tablecloths. It would be much more pristine. It's basically like going to a 5-star restaurant at sea.
Oh,
and the officers get all that stuff.
Were they allowed to drink or no?
Yes, they were.
Okay, so no toucan rule.
Nope, not at all.
Oh,
so they weren't allowed to be drunk, but obviously not. But here's some of the china they would use.
Ooh, is that silver?
Yes, it is.
Oh, fancy.
Actually, one of the cool parts we still do here on the ship is we actually every now and then we host an officer's tea ceremony to give people that kind of experience at sea that officers would have, and it's a really cool thing that our CEO actually does herself.
That's so cool.
So, here's a little fun story for you. So, this would happen. So, obviously, the officers. Here's the thing. The fun part about the Hornet. The Hornet had an ice cream machine.
Oh, that's important.
But during the time of World War II and a little bit earlier, Korea and Vietnam, that was not, that was a very valuable commodity. Mm-hmm. Ice cream, like, come on, man.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. So, if the ship was at port and many of the officers brought their spouses aboard for a nice dinner all together, and the captain brought his wife, the captain's wife would come in through this door, And all the officers would stand up like she's the woman of the hour, like she's the president. Well, she kind of is. She's the first lady almost.
Oh.
And she would sit down. And when she sat down, everybody else would sit down. But here's the problem. The captain's wife would choose the menu for the night, what they're having for that dinner. She would have that on her. But here's the thing. So let's imagine you are in port, you're with your wife, you get to have a great dinner, it's amazing, and oh man, free ice cream, this is great. But then let's say the captain's wife says, I'm not really in the mood for ice cream tonight.
Drama.
So you know what happens? Nobody's going to have ice cream that night.
No, the drama.
It is tradition, Miss Alfie. It is tradition.
Wow.
Exactly. So that is the kind of how the wardroom goes. But this area is a great venue that we use for different events here at the ship, but also meetings. But we also do some of our staff meetings here. But again, a lot of these areas are restored for us to use.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any recipe books or anything preserved from the time when the kitchen was in use?
Yes, actually, I can take you to the bakery where we actually have a recipe for Hornet donuts.
Is it like massive portions, like 500 donuts?
No.
No?
It's relatively small.
Oh, okay. Donuts.
Okay, they got the light off. That's fine. All right, Mr. Camera Guy, wait till I get these lights off.
There's one question. How many,
yes, ma'am.
How many people would the cooks need to feed each feeding time?
Say about a couple hundred people at a time. Hornet had a crew about, I believe, 1,400 plus. So
wow.
But they're constantly cooking, constantly making food. It is they are having to feed people around the clock, because there are different watch times. People are getting off duty, people are going on duty. So they're going like, okay, I'm off duty, I'm going to get something to eat. I'm about to go on duty, I'm about to get something to eat. And these are at all different times, because there has to be somebody on duty at all points.
Okay.
All right, so where we are, can't cross. Nope, sorry, can't let you pass. We are at the Marine Guard Station. So this area would be guarded by a Marine. Obviously, this is the guard station here, and you have the United States Marine Corps. But you notice this red line here, this box. That's because no authorized person that is not has clearance, is allowed to cross the spot.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so tour over. Bye.
No!
I'm kidding. You're authorized for
But I'm a good Valkyrie. I can be quiet, I promise.
Okay, well,
your state secrets are safe with me.
Right. That's why you're doing a presentation. That's why you're doing a presentation on the top secret history of like Swedish military. Right.
Wow.
So let's continue on. This is not Anthony. Hi, Ben. I'm giving a virtual tour right now. I'm giving a virtual tour. Everyone say hi to Ben.
Hello, Ben.
Bring it closer so they can see Ben.
Oh my gosh.
Ben, say hi. Tell them what you did.
Hello.
Tell them what you did in the Navy.
Coast Guard.
Tell them what you did and what you do here aboard the ship.
I was electrician mate in the Coast Guard. Here on the Hornet, I'm an electrician mate at History 7.
It's kind of hard to hear him.
What's that?
One sec. You don't have to move closer. Here, Ben.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hang on. Take two. Hey, my name's Ben Tabor. I'm an electrician's mate here on the Hornet. And I served the Coast Guard many years ago, also as an electrician's mate. Been here on the Hornet 16 years. I'm a ship senior electrician and a History 7 instructor. And a retired pilot as of 3 months ago.
Oh.
And that's what I know. What else do you want to know?
You got any questions for Ben, guys?
Do you guys have any questions for Ben? Chat is saying Ben looks so friendly.
Nah, he's kind of a bully to me.
Yeah, it's
really?
It's true. Also, since there's an audience, when I was in the Coast Guard, I served on the only operating sailing ship in our entire inventory, Navy and Coast Guard. And she's now 90 years old and still sailing. And we took her to Europe and sailed her home through an unforecast hurricane. Woohoo!
Oh, that's so cool.
90 knot winds, 60-foot seas. Yeehaw.
Do you like sailing, Ben?
Yeah, well, yes. But, we're not, this one's not going anywhere because, whoops, we don't have any more propellers.
Mm. What is your
Other questions?
favorite? What is your favorite aircraft on the Hornet?
Ooh. Well, that is a tough one. I have to say the F-4 Phantom.
Oh, the Phantom.
Although I agree like we had a Corsair, but we...
Oh, okay. This is very cool.
well, actually, the old Corsair, the World War II version.
Okay.
We do have the new version.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ben. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much,
everybody.
Ben. Thank you.
Anymore. This room right here is the flight suit mess. This is a docent meeting area now, but back when the Hornet was in operation, this is where pilots could get something to eat real quick before their mission.
Oh.
So it was a more isolated area that they could go ahead and get some fuel in, fuel themselves before they fuel up the aircraft, right?
Welcome to Alfhilde's meat hall, where there's plenty of cheese.
Everything's so green. Is there a reason why they painted the walls that color?
Cheaper.
Oh, okay.
Oh, one sec. Yes, sir.
I want to show you my favorite tool. If you work on a steel ship, watch this. Need a work light? Boom, done.
Oh.
No wires required. Sticks.
I think Ben can answer that question. Ben, why is there so much green around this? Why is it all painted?
Because the military got a screaming deal on about 8 million gallons of seafoam green paint. No, seriously, it's psychology. It's supposed to make you feel peaceful. Now, how you feel peaceful when you're being shot at is sort of a mystery to me. But maybe that's after you're being shot at, you can come out here and feel more peaceful.
Oh my
But
god.
that's why. And if you go to the Titan Missile Museum south of Tucson,
I'm
which is
going
Air
there.
Force, which is an Air Force installation, guess what? Seafoam green.
I'll try to remember that when I go next month.
Yes. Okay?
Right?
Is that
Thanks,
right?
Ben.
Yeah.
All right. Chat.
I just realized I'm matching the walls.
You are matching the wall. See, we were prepared for your visit.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'm
where-
camouflaged.
Where am I? What? Which one's on? Yep, right here. I'm looking for. Not there. Am I? Nope, right here. So, in battleships, this would be known as the magazine. And unfortunately, they cleared it out of a lot of the munitions, which were on the hangar deck.
Mhm.
But take a look in here.
Oy. That's the big kaboom.
Here's some of the shells that we would use. Right here is a 127 millimeter shell. Let me see if I can get up here.
Oh my gosh.
So the 127 millimeter dual purpose weapon was used for ship to ship but anti-air combat. Here's the shell, but it's separate from the gunpowder casing. But this was what would be launched in the air and explode with shrapnel. It's rather heavy.
It is
About,
so big.
About 60, 70 pounds right here.
Mhm.
I can't think about what it is in the other metrics. Sorry, I can't convert right now.
I'm sure someone can do it in chat. But let's just say it's heavy.
It is very heavy.
It's a hefty chunker.
But see, these are some of the explosive bombs that would be used.
Whoa.
This right here
Yeah.
is the wings. This would actually, when they would launch bombs towards their targets, these flaps would deploy, helping to guide it to a specific area. So it's just not free falling. These fins help to move the air so that way the bomb hits its target more precisely.
Mm.
Nowadays, we have laser guided bombs that help to adjust that more, smart bombs.
Mhm.
Over this blue bomb right here is actually a Navy practice bomb. So when they're practicing their bombing runs before they go out to war, this is what they use because you don't want to start wasting munitions. So this is usually full of water and sand to simulate the weight and the characteristics of these bombs.
Okay.
Right there is a 50 caliber machine gun that you would normally see on things like the F-8, but other aircraft during the time.
Okay.
Nowadays, we have a 40 millimeter I believe it's the 40 millimeter cannon Vulcan gun. And the 40 millimeter is actually that shell right there.
Oy. Large.
Right there. Pretty big, Miss Alfie.
Big. Boom.
So,
Someone in chat said that's the most stereotypical looking bomb I've ever seen.
stereotypical, but effective.
Yeah. I thought it was funny.
Let's take a look here. So they cleared this area out, and funny enough, we actually had a 16-inch shell here. So, Whiskey, Josie, if you're looking, we actually had your guys' munitions here. We had a 16-inch shell that you would normally see fired on the Iowa class. I don't know why we had that, but here's some of the other bombs you would see. So I'm 6'5". Look at the comparison of the height.
Oh.
This comes up to about my middle of my ribs right here.
Oh. It's almost gnome-sized.
It's almost what?
It's like gnome-sized, like a gnome.
Wow. Wow, you know, that's pretty, you know, that's true.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think it was in Romeo and Juliet. Oh Nomeo, where art thou, Nomeo? Or now we go deeper into the haunted room.
The haunted room.
Oh, we don't lose connection. Let me know.
Please, ghosts, be nice. Don't kill the Wi-Fi.
Okay. Ow.
Oh,
I hit my head. Well, that chat, that's the first time I hit my
be
I hit my head.
careful.
Oh, man. Oof.
Oh,
Ouch.
I'm sorry.
Miss Alfie, don't be. I have done this plenty of times.
You know, I'm very
All right,
short.
so where are we here?
I'm quite short, so I won't hit my head at least.
Yeah, good for you. I'm tall. This is occupational hazard. So where are we at right now? Well, this is the catapult room. So, Miss Alpha, you know how aircraft? What do you know about how aircraft carriers function when they launch aircraft?
Not much, to be honest.
So, aircraft carriers need what's known as catapults to launch aircraft. There have been several different iterations of the function of these catapults. And here's a good example. They're usually a giant cord that attaches to an aircraft, and it's attached to a shuttle system that helps pull an aircraft off, and it dehooks as the aircraft gets up to speed, because you have to take a non-moving object and get it up to about 200 miles per hour in less than 3 seconds. So how do you do that?
Instead of throwing a cow or like a stone at your enemy, you just launch the aircraft.
Exactly.
Okay.
You launch an aircraft holding a really, really big rock.
Yeah.
So this is how it usually functions, and this is a good example we have. The catapult room has this device down here that helps to build tension. Well, you have multiple of the pistons and cords, but there's a giant piston down here that shoots forward to help pull the aircraft. So depending on the hydraulic fluid that we have loaded, and there's different mixtures of hydraulic fluid to adjust for weight, size of the aircraft, and how much power it's going to need to get it up to speed. So all this information is communicated down to here from the flight deck. And there's different radios and squawk boxes that they have to be able to communicate down below with the guys. You know, on the movie, see the guys with the green shirts, and they're adjusting the control panels.
Mm-hmm.
This control panel you see here is an exact image of what you see in the flight deck at the Hornet. You have first ready, you have standby, you have final ready, and then you have fire. Press the fire button. But this is also ready. This button says to adjust the bridle tension, and it sends signals down here to the engineers to be able to adjust that bridle tension. So once the bridle tension is done, and we talked about the torsion bar and the arresting gear cable over here, holding the aircraft, right? When they hit fire, notice the mechanism here. The cords move, pushing the piston forward, helping to get the aircraft up to speed. So, but then they retract it. They pull it back all the way to where its landing was, and then they restart the process. Hornet can get her squadrons up in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, that's very fast.
We're on the port side, so this is known as the port cat.
Cat. Oh, that's cute.
So, what's your drink of choice? We have whiskey. Yes, whiskey. Vodka, rum, gin, and beer.
I'm a gin girly.
Okay. Well, these are the different mixtures of hydraulic fluid that would be pumped in through these pipes
Oh.
over to the mechanism you see to the right of over here. Notice these giant gears. This is the port cat, and this is the piston I was talking about. When she launches her aircraft, and this room would be extremely loud.
Mm-hmm.
Notice right here, this mechanism. Look familiar?
Mm-hmm. Familiar? I don't know. Looks like
What Ford machinery room?
Sure, let's.
Evaporators, degassing equipment, all that.
No, hey, yeah, Ben's showing us a spot. Let's go.
oh,
Good.
hello
Yeah,
Ben.
go.
Let's go. Does Ben know that there's like 200 people watching him?
I can't find you.
Well, that is nothing you're not.
Oh, good.
Yes, that is Ben fans.
So, we're going down below, and I just spent the last 2 weeks installing a system to turn on all the lights on there automatically with a gigantic. Oh,
Ben, what's your ringtone? Is that right at the Valkyries?
it is.
Hey,
Oh,
Alfie.
really? That's so nice.
You could say, Ben, she really likes Valkyrie.
Okay, watch your head.
Are we gonna hope we don't lose signal down here?
Oh,
We,
yeah, question we can't. Yeah, we got Wi-Fi. You on Wi-Fi?
yeah, we're on Wi-Fi.
Get Wi-Fi, you got it.
Okay.
We won't go below because we'll lose it, but, we talk about the apps, so we take it down, it should be lose signal.
We'll see. Oh my gosh, it's so small.
Careful.
These stairs are making me nervous.
Okay.
Okay, we in? Okay.
Yeah?
We rolling. Okay, this is the forward auxiliary machinery room. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's several things that go on here. The simplest one is we're going to make electricity. Shoot over my shoulder here. This machine over here, this is one of 4 steam turbine generators that puts out 1.2 megawatts of power. Okay.
Oh,
So altogether,
so
that's
large.
a 5 megawatt power plant is our main ship's power for all you engineers out there at 480 volts ungrounded delta. So we use steam to spin a turbine, to spin a generator, make electricity, which we distribute through a switchboard here.
Oh, that is a
Each
very
of these
large
animals-
switchboard.
Yes, a gigantic circuit breaker.
Yeah,
And,
that's huge.
Yeah, and there's 6 of them on the ship.
Oh
Quantum
my
mystery
gosh, there's
holds.
6 of them. Oh my god, and I thought mine in my apartment was confusing.
Sorry for the mess, but probably a little house cleaning. That is, there are 3 machines plus a spare that generate a massive amount of direct current in order to, we're going to make the ship disappear so the enemy can't detect it and explode a mine underneath it. Okay? World War II, there's a weapon called a magnetic mine. Big explosive thing with a detonator that would sense the magnetic signature of a ship floating over it. When it's strong enough to detonate, kaboom goes the ship.
Oh.
So, we run 3 of these simultaneously on an X, a Y, and a Z axis all the way around the ship. Okay? And we adjust the current in the coils to make the ship literally vanish. So 44,000 tons of steel is magnetically invisible to the enemy. We sail right over magnetic mine and it won't detonate.
That sounds like
What's
something
that?
out of Star Trek.
Yeah, except it was 1942. Yeah, actually, you're right. It's a magnetic cloaking device.
It is.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. And come on this way a little bit. I don't want to lose the signal, but I think we're strong. Yeah, we're going to lose it right about there. I run my soundtrack down here all day, so I know exactly where it dies. Okay, so largely, and point down there, down below us, where we don't have a signal, are evaporators that make our fresh water. We take seawater, take our steam that we use to propel the ship, which is at 840 degrees Fahrenheit, boil the salt water to make steam, condense it, now we have fresh water.
Oh, okay. So that's how the ship gets drinking water and stuff.
Well, we're out at sea for 18 months, so, a little hard to, run back and get more. So,
Oh, okay.
in the old days, it was fresh water in wooden casks. That's a whole other story. Also down below, right around the corner, are compressors for Freon, which we use to run our refrigeration equipment so we can keep our meat and vegetables fresh, or sort of. And then down below are air compressors to make compressed air for like painting and other tasks. What else can I tell you down here? That's the 4 things that happen here. And if you turn around and observe here, this is like 3 weeks worth of labor. All this stuff was individually switched. The guys would have to come down and turn all the switches, turn the lights on. Now it's one single switch up top through relays here, and that's where I've been laboring these last several weeks. Well done.
How do you get rid of all this salt from the drinking water?
Boil it.
Boil it. Just boil it?
Well, because the salt stays, the steam comes off. And when that happens, it gets more and more like the Dead Sea in Galilee, or the Sea here in California. You keep evaporating the water, and it just gets saltier and saltier and saltier to the point where a fish can't live in it anymore. And it's stored overside because it's a big ocean and nobody cares, or nobody cared back then.
Oh, okay.
More questions? Any questions?
Do
From my
you
studio
have
audience.
any questions for Ben?
Where there's plenty of cheese and
Sorry.
blood equals to go around. A grand party, if I do say so myself.
I think she's reading. Oh, okay. Swing on here. Oh, that's a baby one. Okay. That's cool. And
How
this is
many
equipment.
people did it take to
Well, what-
maintain this area?
Oh, on any given watch, probably probably half a dozen. More when we're at battle stations.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Someone's asking, how loud would it get down here?
This one isn't too bad.
Okay.
Because the motor generators, some of them sound like motors, terrible, and evaporators are quiet. They're just sitting there evaporating. And the compressor is probably a little noisy, but nothing like the engine room or the fire room, which would be wicked noisy, or the catapult room where you just work.
Okay, that makes sense.
Hearing protection, a World War II hearing protection, not so much.
That
Yes,
makes sense.
Yeah, my father was served on B-17 aircraft, his unit patches. That was his group and his squadron. Okay, 6 missions before he got shot down, and but just an aluminum skin, no pressurization. You're 20,000 feet. You're freezing your tail off, and it is so noisy that every World War II pilot I've ever met is stone deaf.
Yeah, I saw they were stored World War II bomber in Hema in Tucson. And
Oh yeah.
I was there, and it was really shocking to me. Like, I just realized how cold it must have been inside.
Very.
Yeah.
The guys had the waist gunners had to wear electric suits. So the heating elements, and they plug them in and get in the airplane to keep them warm, to keep their hands warm, so they fire their guns. And everyone has to be on oxygen because you're 20,000 feet, so it's all doesn't breeze up there. I've been up there, as I said, just retired as a pilot, and there was one day I forgot to turn on my pressurization system. And we got up to 20,000 feet, and it was like, woo, this is up here. Wow. Yeah, we got pretty loopy with no oxygen.
Oh, no.
Fortunately, there was nobody in the back of the aircraft to enjoy the ride.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it's okay. We're still here talking about it, so it all worked out.
Exactly.
It's
Any
so
other questions,
scary,
Ben?
though.
Which part?
I mean, all of it.
Oh, and flying a bomber over Germany in World War II, getting shot at for a living. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Do you have any interesting memories from your time of service?
Well, other than sailing the Eagle through a hurricane, that
Oh my
was a
gosh.
lot of fun. Yeah, 90-knot winds, 60-foot seas. We sailed right through the eye of the hurricane. It was long ago. It was 50 years ago, so weather forecasting was not all that accurate. And we weren't all that fast. We only do 21 knots under sail. So yeah, sailed right through it. Fortunately, the skipper was in his cabin crying, but the executive officer had the con all night. And this guy we had ultimate faith in because in World War II, he was captaining tankers or ships that carry petroleum products. He had 2 tankers full of high-octane aviation fuel shot out from under him north of Norway on the Murmansk convoy run and lived to tell the tale. So I figured, well, heck, if we do that, he can handle a hurricane, no problem. And it all worked out. By the way, we were in the Gulf Stream. The warmer the water is, the stronger the hurricane is. The water was about 75. We know this because Eagle is very heavily ballasted, and so she doesn't go over waves; she goes through waves. So we were working the well deck, putting on a new sail. So it's under 20 feet of water, not 20 feet of water, not all night long. That was kind of fun.
Oh my god!
And I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this or not, but let's give it a shot. Hang on. Let's see. I blow this up. Sorry. I don't know if it's gonna read or not. Oh, will that read?
Oh,
There she is, Coast Guard Cutter Eagle.
that looks so old school.
Very. She was built in 1936.
Wow,
And you know what there is
it reminds me of one of the ships here in Stockholm that's in the harbor.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's give me a sec. Shoot. I don't even, it's not the Vasa. Okay, I'm failing this one. I know most of the tall ships by name, but yes. By the way,
It's called the Avshackman, I think.
Okay.
It used to be
Not
a
in our
training
race.
ship, I think, for the Navy.
Right. Well, they all were.
Yeah.
Are. Yeah. We say we were in the tall ships race from Portsmouth, England to Skagen, Denmark, and I spent my fair amount of time in Copenhagen and Malmo on the way. So that was kind of fun.
What is your favorite memory from there?
Favorite what? Oh, memory?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure I can talk about this with kiddies. No, can't talk about that one. So, second favorite memory was. Oh my gosh, man! I don't know. I mean, we're sailors. We got it. We're known for getting. Yeah, there's a lady right there. Well, no. We're on the beach. We're on the beach. I'm sure getting in trouble every night. But I did visit HMS Victory, which is Nelson's flagship at Trafalgar, and that was kind of fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Shoot, I had one more thing there. And blanket. Okay. All good.
Any other questions before we leave Ben to his work because we're distracting him?
Do you guys have any questions for Ben before he needs to get back to work? This is your chance, chat.
Are there any questions?
Chat
Going
says,
once.
tell Ben we love him, and thank you all for this, Ben. We love you.
Sure. Well, thanks for playing. Really appreciate it. And come visit us if you're in town.
I mean,
Okay.
I will.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank
Appreciate
you so
it.
much for your time, sir.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks again, Ben. Move up here.
Wow.
Okay. We're getting towards the end here, so I'll cover this spot. We'll head back up to the flight deck.
Okay.
So, Miss Alfie, you know how I mentioned the Hornet had an ice cream machine?
Yeah.
Lights should be right. Okay. So this is known as the Gunk. What is the Gunk? Well, it's where you get spam.
Spam. Do you know I've
Everyone
never
loves-
had spam?
I've never had spam either. Miss
Oh.
Miss Alfie, I am a vegetarian.
Really? I used to be vegetarian for
No.
4 years.
No, I'm a vegetarian when it comes to nasty things like spam.
Oh, you
Anyways.
okay.
I'm kidding.
You've baited me. What? Oh my god. I can't believe you did this.
So in the Gunk, here's the menu for the Gunk. This is a
Menu.
place that sailors can come and get some of the most premium items you could get at sea.
Hot dog.
Orange juice, Orange juice, 10 cents. Milk, 10 cents. Coffee, 10 cents. Coca-Cola, 10 cents. Root beer, 10 cents. Nobody's seeing a pattern. Hot dog, 15 cents. Hamburger with cheese, Mr. Squidward. With cheese.
Luxurious item.
25 cents. Spam sandwich with cheese, Mr. Squidward. With cheese.
With cheese.
20 cents, 25 cents. Candy bar, 5 cents. Root beer float, 20%. Ice cream, 10 cents. And milkshakes, 20 cents. Noticing that pattern.
Yeah, that is, yeah. Do you know, like, adjusted for inflation, how much that would be today?
About 39.29. Milk right now is kind of crazy, so about $4. I think it depends. But a hamburger, you're looking at maybe $5-6, $6, maybe even more. Spam sandwich, spam's pretty cheap nowadays. But the point is, these are premium items that back in the day could rarely get. 20 cents was a lot of money. But now it's not.
No.
So that should tell you something about the times. But the Gee Dunk was an area that a lot of the officers or other sailors would come and get some of these premium items, say they wanted a shake or something like that, and it would be money that's reinvested back into the Navy from their paycheck.
I really like the old Pepsi Cola logo there.
In fact, there's the ice cream machine.
Ice cream! Let's go! Wow. That must have been like so high-tech back then.
Back then, but nowadays, we got the McDonald's ice cream machine that never works.
That's true. It always breaks down.
I'd much rather have an old 1940s one than I would that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking for the lights here. Are there any questions I can answer?
Do you guys have any questions?
Oh, we were gonna go to. We're down to deck here. So actually, here. Then which way to the enlisted guys? Okay, walk this way. No, whatever. Watch that. Red light city. No, red lights for night mission.
Did they? Chad is asking, did they have different choices when it came to ice cream flavors?
I think it was chocolate and vanilla.
Chocolate and vanilla. Okay.
Such variety.
Oh, wow. Not even strawberry.
Okay, okay, don't shoot that. That was the story I was going to tell. Anyway, did you talk about the pilot ransom for ice cream?
No, I did not talk about that. Did you want to talk about it?
Sure. That's actually on the minister. So grab your basic prison issue food tray.
Ooh. It's so neatly stacked.
Imagine 10,500 meals a day coming out of here.
Oh my gosh.
Like I said, guys, you have multiple sailors going on and off watch, so they got to be fed.
This is so big.
So, ransom. So when we're launching and recovering aircraft, we have all these guys running around the flight deck. Airplanes coming in, running out of gas, are all shot up. Guys getting blown overboard, airplanes ditching. A lot of guys in the water. So we're always being followed by a destroyer, which is a much smaller ship. And their job is a lot like long line sword or tuna fishing, picking the guys out of water. So by the end of the evolution, they've got a bunch of our guys, and we want them back. And because they're a little ship, they can't make their own ice cream. And remember, all out in the middle of the ocean for 18 months. So, as I understand it, the ransom was 5 gallons of ice cream per pilot. So you rig a long line, 5 gallons of ice cream, take a pilot back. Another 5 gallons, get another pilot until we're all done. And that's the ice cream ransom.
You don't need to use money when you have ice cream.
Say that again, Alfie?
You don't need to use money when you have ice cream.
Right, much more important. And more important than that is mail. More important than food. Mail is important.
Oh.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you, Ben.
So over here is the enlisted mess. This is not where the officers get to go. So you notice how it's a little different than the wardroom or where the officers get to eat. So it can support a lot more of the sailors here, especially in the back over there. There's the basically the giant dishwasher we have back in the back over there. But you wanted a Hornet recipe, so I wanted to go over here because we're going to the bakery
Let's go to bakery.
where they would make all sorts of cakes and goodies, and for them. But cake was very rare.
If you were served cake, should you be concerned?
Matter of fact, if any of my Iowa class girls are still watching, here is actually a bake. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't say this. But okay, don't take it wrong context. There's a bakery where sailors were actually making lemon pies on the USS Missouri back in 1944.
Oh, yummy. Oh.
So here is the bakery.
Let's go.
Yeah, look, notice all of these massive ovens, and we have some nice scents in here to kind of give you a sense of what it would smell like. But notice these massive ovens where they would be baking.
That is huge.
All sorts of breads, pies, pastries, and whatnot, donuts, all that. Speaking of donuts, here's a recipe for cake donut. So, chat, if you want a good look at this, here, we got some glare right there. Go ahead and take a screenshot of that.
Oh my gosh, a royal ship donut recipe.
Ready in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that's a little recipe that was made here aboard the Hornet that you can get. Little cookbook. Are there any questions about this?
The secret formula.
The secret formula.
It's the Krabby Patty secret formula.
I actually got hold of a World War II Swedish like rationing era cake recipe that I'm gonna make, and it doesn't have milk, so it's very cursed, and I don't know how it will taste.
When you said ration, I'm like, sea rations? I'm like, oh no.
No, we had rationing, like rationing cards. You know?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I thought you were talking MRE because I had an MRE one time, and it was the worst thing I ever had in my life.
I mean, I've had an MRE. It was pretty good, but it was a Swedish one.
Okay, was this American or was this Swedish?
A Swedish one.
There you go.
Vegetarian, even.
Someone left the lights on back here. Okay, I'm gonna turn. I don't know if the lights are supposed to be on here, but they were on. They were on when we came here, right?
One person is saying the American jalapenos cheese ones is okay.
American jalapenos, what?
The MRE, apparently.
I mean, I don't think I had that one, so I will have to take your word for it. Oh, I left the light on. All right, let's go up this way. Let's take us back to the flight deck.
Okay.
I mean, not the flight deck, but the hangar deck.
Let's go.
We may lose signal here. Okay, we're gonna.
One of my closest friends is an ex-marine, and he, when he met Swedish soldiers, he would always trade for the nut cream because we have like Nutella in our rations, and that was like a high trade value item.
Oh yeah. I
Mm.
mean, any type of sweets and whatnot like that are very high value.
Definitely.
Especially in the military, very high commodity.
Yeah.
That and cigarettes.
Cigarettes, okay.
Well, they say the Navy runs on two things: coffee and cigarettes.
I've heard nowadays they're obsessed with sin.
Definitely less smoking nowadays, but you know, back in the 1960s and whatnot, everybody smoked.
That is true.
All right, so let's head back over here. Are there any questions as we're walking back to the ship's bell?
Do you guys have any questions? One person is asking, did the carrier ever house prisoners?
Yes, there was the brig here on the ship. But that's only in case you had sailors misbehaving.
Oh, the misbehavior.
Actually, Miss Alfie, I think we're in luck. It is not raining.
Really?
So maybe, just maybe, we will be able to go to the flight deck.
Oh my gosh. Osmium is asking, what is the most interesting thing you have found on the ship? Oh no, it's lagging. Oh, there, we're back.
Oh,
We're back.
Okay. What was the question?
What is the most interesting thing you have ever found on the ship?
So the Hornet has a large collection of artifacts that, there's an assortment of things that have just been found here on the ship, and we have no explanation for why they are here.
Huh.
But they have been here since the ship was decommissioned, right? They were found. There is a Imperial Japanese Army katana that was found here on the ship. And I found that to be probably one of the most interesting items because I think it has an engraving, I believe.
Oh.
But there are multiple swords. Actually, sorry, no. There are classic Navy cutlasses. Are you familiar with the cutlass?
Yeah.
So there are cutlasses that we have multiple of them in our collection, and for some reason, and these haven't been used since really the sailing era with the Navy cutlass. This is actually the training and combat cutlass. But we have a few of those. There's an interesting video on our YouTube page about the cutlasses. I can actually I think I sent it to you a while ago. But the fact that we have such a sword collection for what is arguably a more modern carrier for the time. So it makes me think, why would we have swords?
Why is there an escalator?
Oh, you know what? I didn't do sorry, Miss Alfie, I didn't do the escalator thing. I didn't do it.
I find it kind of
I'll show you my
unusual.
carrier. I love to troll, but I'm tired. There's an escalator because pilots are lazy.
Oh, has it always been there?
Different eras, but no. Okay, so it's lightly raining, so I'll step out here a little bit. So welcome to the flight deck.
Wow, it's so large. Oh my god. What?
Of the length of several football fields. So, down this way, there's the S-3 Viking, which is another anti-submarine warfare jet.
Let's go.
And I would take you down that way to look at it, but we'll lose Wi-Fi signal, so you can see it when you get here. But and step out here a little bit, is the F-14 Tomcat. Right there.
Oh my gosh. I'm excited.
It's actually an F-14. That F-14 has a storied history, but that'll be for another time.
Mm-hmm.
It's raining and cold, so I'm going inside. Are there any questions I can answer?
Do you guys have any more questions? Have you ever run into people hiding on the ship or people sneaking around for whatever reason?
Our security does a pretty good job of finding people when they try to stow away on the ship. But there's been cases where there people stowing away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but we find them. Our security does a great job.
Oh.
I mean, who wouldn't want to stay aboard on an aircraft carrier overnight?
That is true.
That's why we have our live aboard program, where you can actually have the experience and take an exclusive night tour.
Have there ever been any Japanese visitors who maybe even fought on the other side of the war and want to see what the other side lived like?
I can't answer that question. I do not know. I know there have been some families that have come by, but mainly it's been actually we had a lot of Chinese Americans who had family who fought during World War II. Obviously, Japan was encouraging into China. We had some of the families come by, and we had this event for the Flying Tigers here at the Hornet, where we had a lot of the families and family members of Flying Tigers pilots, Americans who brought P-40s over and fought during the Chinese-Japanese War during that time.
Okay. Is there any ghost stories?
Any ghost stories? You want a ghost story?
Yeah, I want a ghost story.
All right. So I got one, and this is my personal experience. So when I first came aboard the ship, I was a big guy. I was strong, and they needed me to move water from the freezer we have down below up to the ship store, which is right here. So what happened was I was down by the freezer, and this is several decks below. Nobody's around. It's dark. And I go and get the water. It's no big deal. And I hear this clanging, right? And I'm like, oh, no, this clanging is my keys. It's no big deal. I didn't have my keys,
No.
and it was dark.
Gosh. Spooky
And then I started
shitness.
hearing this tapping and like the scratching on like the wall. So I hightailed it out of here, and I was like, "Oh, like Scoob, let's get the puck out of here, man!" Get it? Because like hockey, the puck, get the puck out of there.
Yeah.
Bad joke, I know.
I don't understand.
Okay, hockey, right?
Oh,
Hockey stick, right?
A hockey stick, yeah.
You know how you have a hockey puck?
Yeah.
So you get the puck out of
Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm sorry.
Miss Alfie. You gotta keep up.
Oh my gosh. The
All right.
ghost.
So we are here. This concludes our abbreviated tour. Obviously abbreviated because of the amount of Wi-Fi that we have capabilities of. So I will answer any questions you guys got left before we let Miss Alfie go. But hey, Miss Alfie, thank you for an amazing time. Very funny, but I'm glad. Hope you learned a little something.
I feel like I learned a lot of things, and I'm just so happy I got this opportunity and that you were nice enough to show us around. It's very kind of you.
Well, no, don't just thank me. Thank, the museum staff, the docents. If it weren't for them, the ship wouldn't be here today, and our staff here too. We're all a team. We're trying to keep the Hornet preserved, but it's more than just the Hornet. It's other museum ships too. We're all working together to try to preserve this history, to not only just give honors to the services those came before, but also to preserve the educational value that places like the Hornet have. And that's what your ticket for Carrier Con, if you decide to go, does. It helps to support our mission here.
Yes. Remember to check out the code, guys, and the donation link as well. Wow.
Okay, are there any other questions I can answer?
Yes, this is your chance, chat, for question.
Any questions at all?
No questions, just thanks for keeping the history.
Okay, that's all.
Oh my god, chat, you can't just ask who's your favorite VTuber from the V fleet. That's unfair. You can't ask him that.
Oh no, I have a favorite.
You do?
Yeah.
It's
called Ugandan Admiral. That's my favorite VTuber.
Okay.
Ask any of the V Fleet girls, they'll know exactly what that's referencing.
Oh my god, what does that mean?
It's called, our F-14 VTuber did a little art project. She drew my OC as a Ugandan Knuckles. And whenever I pop on Discord on any other streams, you always will see the Ugandan Knuckles.
Wait, that's what showed up at the beginning of the stream. Can I show it?
Oh, wow. Okay, sure. Why not? Oh, wait, she has the reaction.
There it is.
Sure. Do you know the way?
He's beautiful.
Do you know the way?
He's absolutely beautiful.
I have found the Alfie. She is a queen. Yeah, so that's my favorite VTuber in V-Fleet is the Ugandan Admiral.
Let's go. Tell Gabe he did a first-class job. He gets a salute from a veteran.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Someday I hope to do my own service, because someday I intend to go to OCS for the Navy. So that's, I'm very passionate about naval history, but I'm very passionate about those who came before. I have a lot of family who are military, and what I do here at the Horn as the marketing manager, I feel is a small little give back to what they did.
Have you ever been to the Intrepid in New York?
Unfortunately, I have not. We have this conference called Naval Historical Conference, Historical Naval Ship Association, HENSA, and they had a conference at Intrepid one time. I haven't been able to go to this conference yet. I plan to go next year, but I really want to see Intrepid, want to see what they do. I want to go to all the museum ships just to see how they do things differently. I've been to Iowa, I've been to Midway, so I really need to span out, go to Missouri, go to some of the other things on the East Coast.
I feel like once you've seen one, you just want to see more.
I plan to go to Battleship New Jersey because I am associates with Ryan Szymanski. So I did, I am trying to do a tour with him and hopefully take Josie along, virtually, of course.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever visited museum ships in other countries?
You know, I have not. I was going to go to the United Kingdom, and I was going to go see HMS Belfast. Belfast is actually my favorite Royal Navy ship.
Oh.
But unfortunately, I did not make it out there because a worldwide pandemic started.
No. I hope you can go another time.
Another time, maybe when I'm not busy, which seems to be all the time nowadays.
Well, I promise you that if we ever get to see it, it's really amazing. I absolutely loved it.
I've heard really great things about HMS Belfast.
You can even eat in the cafeteria.
Really?
Yeah, you can. It's like a real cafeteria now.
Okay, that's good to know. Any other questions?
Are any of the museum ships in sailing condition?
No, many of the ships do not have the ability of sailing under their own power. They are seaworthy in that they can be moved and tugged, but they do not have the ability to go under their own power without severe restoration work. And realistically, that would be the Iowa-class ships that were the most recent decommissioned ships that became museums.
Someone is asking, can Shat get a hug?
Bring it in. Bring it in, dog.
Oh my god. Yeah. Have you heard about any Swedish ships?
No, I haven't. You'll have to tell me.
Well, there's a few
I've heard of Swedish fish.
There's like Äran, which is a lot of them are named of like honor, bravery, and things like that.
That's pretty epic. That's pretty cool. We just name our ships after president.
Oh, really?
Yeah. One of these days, we're gonna get a USS Obama, and it's gonna be great.
Oh, that would be lovely.
It's gonna run on. It's gonna run on a special fuel. It's gonna be called Obamium.
Oh my god!
Like, there's only one Obamium in the world, and they're gonna have that one Obamium.
Yes.
It's a new element.
Oh yeah, one ship was called Manliness. That was literally the name of a ship. Just Manliness.
Wow, that's kind of discriminatory, you know. What about womanliness?
What about equality? What about women?
Why not femininity?
Yeah,
Come on,
exactly.
Like,
why not femininity?
Guys. It's 2025, guys. Come on, we're better than that.
It was just like I think this was like in the 1940s or something, so a very long time ago. But have you ever heard about the Vasa ship?
No, I have not.
You have not? Wow. It's one of the only well-preserved ships from the 1600s.
Really?
In the museum.
Where's it at?
In Stockholm, here.
Oh, wow. I'll have to make out Stockholm.
I mean, if you ever visit, I'll take you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Alfie, I have been informed the iPad is now on 5% power, so we just made it. But hey, appreciate it. I will talk to you later.
Yeah.
So excited to have you aboard the ship here in about a month. So it's going to be pretty great. CarrierCon's going to be a great event. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. My Beefly girls, forgive me. But thank you guys for supporting the museum. We very much appreciate it. And again, any contribution or support that you give, this is an admission ticket, this is buying something from the ship store, or even just a $2 donation goes a long way to helping us preserve the history of this great ship.
Yes, ma'am. And thank you so much for the tour. And thank you for your time. And please make sure to thank Ben and tell him that he's awesome. And thank you so much, Mr. Cameraman, as well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
We'll see you later, Miss Alfie. Okay, bye.
Bye. Thank you. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe it's over. Oh my god, we're so nice. Oh. That was one of the best streams of all time. That was so sick. That was the one of I need to do more museum streams. I want to do my own museum streams. Should we go to the tank museum, chat? Should we just go to the tank museum? What if we went to the tank museum together? Ben was amazing. And Gabe, amazing. Cameraman, amazing. They did such a wonderful job, and I feel like I learned a lot. It was really amazing, and I felt like a little creature sitting, I don't know, I felt like I was sitting on the cameraman's shoulder like a little creature and being taken around. It was so cool. Could you show us the Vasa Museum? If they allow me to film, I need permission to film first. I've already talked to the Tank Museum in Sweden, and they are very optimistic, and they were like, yes, you can totally film. Please do. Film, you can film whatever, you know, pretty much. So as long as the museum gives me permission, then yes, I can film. The tour guide was very funny and informative. Yeah, it was amazing! I really liked the ice cream machine. I really liked the ice cream machine. When does AstraLine get its own aircraft carrier? I hope tomorrow. Okay. Pay the ice cream ransom. Yeah, you need to pay the ice cream ransom, guys. Didn't Lumi go to a road trip with a museum tour? She did, yes. It was a Finnish military museum. Yeah, thank you so much to CarrierCon. Thank you, Gabe. Thank you, cameraman. And thank you, Ben, for your time and your expertise. I feel like I learned a lot, and you all were so kind to me, despite me just being a weird little VTuber. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait to see all of this in real life. I feel so lucky. I can't believe it. I'm like, wow, I'm going there. I'm gonna have my little feet on the ship. I'm gonna be walking there. Oh my gosh! And I finally get to drink root beer again. You know, last time I went to America, that like first sip of root beer, I was like, oh my god! Oh my god! So good! I love root beer. The stream was very stable. Yeah, we only had like 2 disconnects, which was very surprising. You know? Make sure to walk in the astronaut footsteps. Absolutely. Can I get an autograph? Yeah, of course. Of course. I'll have a meet and greet, and I will sign things. And I will also have a custom keychain. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to show that. And I think most of my managers are asleep, so you know what? I'll wait. I'll show it when it's closer to the convention. CarrierCon is very fun. Lots of cool people there. Yeah, I can't wait to just hang out with a bunch of fellow military history nerds. Kuramiya, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much, Kuramiya. Unfortunately, we just concluded the tour, but I really appreciate you for raiding, and I squeeze you. I squeeze you gently. Sarsaparilla. Oh, I've had the sarsaparilla drink. Did that one taste more intense? Say hello, Lulu. Hello. I have tried sarsaparilla. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed CarrierCon. It's not been yet, but today we had a private tour of the ship, and it was very cool and epic. Long time no see. I miss seeing your model. It's so cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. I have a new outfit coming soon as well that I'm cooking. Birch beer. I've never had birch beer. I need to join streams more often. Well, you're welcome. Anytime you want. Anytime you want. Need to get the VTubers down to Iowa next. I was going to when I was in Los Angeles. But I was really busy because I was there for a wedding, so it was not really a priority. But I did manage to go to Disneyland, which going to Disneyland was like a dream for me. Like, how do I explain? This is gonna sound really weird, but when I was a teenager, I was like really sad a lot, and I had a lot of like I was very sad, so I became obsessed with animatronics and Disneyland rides. And I always dreamed of visiting Disneyland and seeing all these rides and animatronics in real life, but I was always like, oh, it's never gonna happen, I will never be able to afford it, it's so far away. So like, after I finally went to Disneyland, I literally cried for like 2 hours when I came back to the hotel, because it was literally like a lifelong dream, like, you know, a childhood dream come true. So yeah, and it wouldn't have been possible if one of my friends, well, he paid for everything, which I'm really grateful for. So me, his wife, him, and another friend went there. Same. I want to visit Nintendo theme park. I hope you can. Disney World in Florida? Really? Okay, so I wanted to go to the original Disneyland park because it's more interesting to me from how to explain? It's the oldest one. So for me, it was more interesting. Yeah. Kind of, no, he is very generous, and he's always been very kind to me. And I hope to pay him back, hopefully by cooking a lot of meals or something. I'm gonna visit him and his wife. Wife? Yeah, I don't know. But I'm very happy I got the chance to see the aircraft carrier today, and I get to see it in real life. You know, I'm so happy. Hope you guys also had a wonderful time. And if you did, make sure to support CarrierCon, you know, in any way you can. Even if you are not able to donate or anything like that, you could always retweet or share the event and things like that, you know? It helps out. I think historical conservation is really important. It is. And sadly, a lot of the time, it's incredibly underfunded and not really prioritized. Like, often it's volunteers doing all the work, you know? It is a very honorable cause, I agree. Yeah. For example, for the Tank Museum in Sweden, they also rely a lot on donations. Thanks for giving us the opportunity to experience the museum. Yeah, I was so happy when they offered to do the virtual tour. And it kind of inspires me to do similar stuff. I have a friend who you guys might know named Audley. He is kind of like a... Well, he doesn't have a degree or anything, but he is basically a history expert as a hobby. So I was thinking, like, what if I just grab Adler and then I drag him to a museum? And for reference, Adler is basically old enough to be my dad. So it's just me and this old guy, you know? He's like, I guess, I don't know. Grandpa, not grandpa, uncle maybe? Something like that. Yeah. If I call him my grandpa, I think he's gonna hit me in the head. So let's not do that. He is older than 40. He is older than 40. When I say he's old enough to be my dad, I'm not joking. That's not a joke. That's true. No, he's not 60. I don't want to say his exact age because, I mean, privacy, and also, to be honest, I don't remember. But anyway, I want to grab him and go to a museum and we can have fun together, like all of us. We can just like run around and, you know, go crazy. You know? And also, I wanted to like maybe show a little bit more of myself, but I am still gonna wear a mask and everything because I don't know. I think it would make me feel safe. You know? It would make me feel safe. You know? Yeah. like a lot of people do. Oh my god. Today was truly a day. Today was truly a day. RTX Alfie upcoming. Actually, it's already happened because I was on Mary's stream in at Expo. So if you go and look on Mary's channel and you look up his Vexpo video, basically I am in it. So yeah. And the first thing I thought when I looked at the stream later, I was like, oh my god, my ass is so big. It looks so large. I was like, okay, let's go. And I'm not saying that as a brag. I'm like, what the hell? I was like shocked actually. Are you playing game? No. I think I should rest. Because I've done a lot of things today. I had the doctor's appointment and now we've had a stream, etc. I think I'm gonna just relax. This is a very packed week after all. Because tomorrow, guys, we have a sponsorship. Well, actually tomorrow and the day after. Because we are sponsored by Civ 7. Yes, Mom. Very excited. It felt kind of crazy for me to, well, I got a Civ 7 key, right? Like 3 days ago? Not 2 days ago, I don't know. Anyway, so do you guys know how weird it felt to launch up the game? Knowing that, like, most people can't do that. I was like, what? It felt crazy to me. I was like, what the hell? I can do that? I'm gonna play this on stream? Well, I get early access? I felt like I didn't deserve it, I guess. I don't know. Well, sorry if it sounds like I'm bragging, but you guys have to understand that, like, I spent a lot of my teenage years dooming in my room playing Civ 5 for 15 hours, you know, as one does. And I think if someone told me that I would do this in the future, I would be like, you are insane, holy shit. Obamium, yeah, Obamium. They're gonna have Obamium on the Obama ship, apparently. Alfie, no. No. You know, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging. I am maybe a little bit, maybe tiny bit. Tiny bit. Civ 5. That was a long time ago. And now we're at Civ 7. I'm excited. It's gonna be great. Andy, did you watch the stream? And if you did, why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you tell me that you were here? I can't believe they only had 2 ice cream flavors. What? Only 2. I wonder which was the most popular one. I should have asked Ben. He would have known. Did you know that Civ 7 has Roman legionnaires with more combat power than mid-2000 main battle tank? What? That has to be patched. My god. I can't believe they had more than one. They probably had 2 different ones. The game is very fair and balanced. It's always like that when a game launches, to be honest. Oh, he's spiffing. Oh, well, he always breaks games. I should watch that one. It sounds fun. I don't know which leader I'm gonna play tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. We shall see what I'm feeling like. You told, I think you told me about this, didn't you? That you broke Baldur's Gate 3? I think I remember you telling me about this. To be fair, your Elden Ring build was also incredibly broken. Have I told chat, did I tell you what Andy did? I don't think I did. The one banger build. Yeah, so I was playing the Elden Ring DLC and I was really struggling with Mesmer. I was stuck at Mesmer for like, what was it, 3 days? 4 days? I don't know. It was terrible. And I was molding like crazy. I was raging. I was raging in Andy's DMs. I was like, Andy, please help me. And then Andy joined my game with this blood magic build from hell. With like Giga Chad armor. He just walks up. First try, we done. But then he gets the blast. And he just nukes Mesmer in the face. And Mesmer just crumbles to dust instantly. It almost felt like cheating. I was like, does this count? Is this okay? But hey, if it's in the game, that means it's allowed, and that means it counts, right? Management's job is to keep the streamer's sanity intact. Yes. Buff stacking. So Andy's reasoning for this build was, quote unquote, I am old and I have bad reflexes. So I need something that's broken. That was pretty much what you told me. But hey, I think adjusting to... I don't know, I think breaking the game to your favor is based. Oh my god, I haven't played Elden Ring in so long. I feel ashamed. I think it's because I'm stuck at Godskin Duo and I feel terrible. To be honest, I think many people quit because of Godskin Duo. I'm not the first victim. Divine Beast? I haven't fought Divine Beast yet. I actually did the DLC before the base game. I know I'm insane. I actually find some of the DLC bosses easier than main game. Armored Core 6. I have not played Armored Core 6. Andy, can I show them the keychain design for Carrier Con? Is that okay? Can I do that? The keychain design. The one with Alfie. Have you not seen it? The new one? Why not? I don't know. I was like, can I do it? I don't know. I just wanted someone to say it's okay. Okay, sure. I'll show you guys. So this one is very cool. And guys, if she shows you, yeah, you need to buy it. Yeah, okay. We make pact now. I show it to you. And then if you like it, you have to buy it. This is how it is, okay? Okay, okay. I think you will like, okay? Okay, I show now. Okay, remember what I said, okay? Okay, feast your eyes on this creature. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Look at her. Wow. 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 What? Is that the JAS Gripen airplane that Saab made? Yes, it is. No way! Is that a modified Swedish 1940s Air Force uniform? What? No way! But it's a dress? And it's cute? No way! What? That's crazy. Yeah, anyway, I love this design. The dress and the uniform is based on a Swedish Air Force officer's outfit or a uniform, but made kawaii. I made it kawaii. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. So this was a special one that I commissioned together with Aoife for Carrier Con because we wanted a special little something. A little something special. Yes. If you don't buy it, I'll invade your Elden Ring game every hour for the next 7 months. Oh my. Okay. But yeah, this will also be released online. But you can also get it at CarrierCon. If you're there. Which I hope. I hope to see some of you guys. I hope. Yes. It's so cute. I love it so much. I need to ask Aoife for the transparent version. Well, thank you, Vice. Thank you for giving us up to Andy. Going. Let's go. Oh,
Vice Crimson
no,
gifted
man
Artiret
down.
sub to Andy Face. They have given 34 gift subs in the channel.
Wowie. Oh my gosh. Okay, chat. Flygvapnet ny maskot. Holy shit, I wish. New Air Force mascot just dropped. Yeah, Japan has the furry thing, but Sweden can have me if they want. If they want. The design is well made. Thank you. I think the artist did a wonderful job. I don't know the artist at the top of my head. I think Aoife has it. But of course, if I post it on Twitter, I will give the proper credit. What is the lore behind the fox? The lore is that I like foxes and they are cute. That is the lore. Literally, that's it. Someone would absolutely put that sticker on a plane. Should we sell stickers of that? I wish people would do that or put me on their car. That would be cool. Bye, lady. Bye-bye. I hope you had a great time today. Thank you so much for coming. Bye. You would? I know for a fact that some viewers actually have stickers of me on their cars. And some people have giant standees on their living room, staring at them at night. You can only support with words. I appreciate that too. And that means a lot to me. You being here means a lot. I would put you on my snowboard. Let's go! You know, I tried snowboarding once, but I looked so beat up. It was horrible. And then I never snowboarded again. I'm scared. So basically, I'm too much of a pussy to go snowboard. I can't do it. You are cooler and stronger than I am, okay? I can only do skiing. I like slalom skiing. I like ice skating. I really want to try long distance ice skating, which is when you do like ice skating on lakes. But you need like special safety equipment for that, so I don't know. I'll have to get a friend who is in the know or something. I tried it and fell and the board hit me in the... No! That's terrible. And I'm sorry that happened to you. Yeah, I'm so excited to go back and then also see this aircraft carrier and go to CarrierCon. And what if I can meet Ben in real life? Ben! I could meet Ben. Oh my gosh. And I'm also going to the Titan Missile Silo. And I'm going to the Pima Air Force Museum again. Because it was epic. Where's the CarrierCon? It is in San Francisco. San Francisco. This winter sucked. There was barely any good time to cross-country ski and the lake near me barely froze over. Yeah, I agree with you. There was one window where there was a lot of snow and really good ice, but unfortunately I was like in and out of the hospital almost every single day that week, so yeah. Well, thankfully that's over now, so don't have to deal with that shit anymore. Now I can create chaos and play Kingdom Come 2 Deliverance. And girls front line. It's been a muddy winter. Yes. Very muddy. Oh my god. Okay, guys. Let's see if there's any creature live right now so we can raid. I feel bad today's stream is not as long, but it's been a long day for me. So let's do a longer stream tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow we're gonna play Civ 7, so, well, you guys know how that is. We're gonna be here for a long time tomorrow, so make sure to buy some good tea or something. Some snacks. Get some snacks. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Connors. Thank you so much. Thank you for the 1,000 bits. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Connors. You're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the stream and tour. Oh, no, thank you for coming, Wikipedia. Yeah, I definitely feel like my brain has taken in a lot of information. I have been learned today. But also, earlier today, I was traveling a little bit, so that's why I'm a bit tired. You know, I had a rare moment the other day when I went. Okay, I'll be honest, guys. The past few weeks, I've been a massive hickey and I've barely gone outside. And I had such a rare moment when I went to the grocery store and all the smells from the grocery store just hit me in the face and the lights in my eyes. And I felt like a fucking night creature. I was like, it's too much. The noises, the smells, the lights. And in that moment, I felt the autism. And then I was like, well, you know, I should go outside more. I should go outside more. Bruh. I should really go outside more. So I'm gonna try to do that. You have become gremlin. Dude, no. I'm gonna try not to be a gremlin. But it's so bad. Many colors and smells. Yeah, too intense. Oh my god. I think it doesn't help that, so all the lamps in my, like, bedroom, which is where I stream, all except one don't work. Like, only one lamp works, so I literally sit here with one lamp and then in complete darkness, like, almost. And I think that enhances my level of creatureism.
Alfhilde vibe.
Like, it's like becoming creature high speed. It is. And I don't want to turn on the ceiling lamp because that hurts my eyes. I don't like the ceiling lamp, it hurts me. I take physical damage. I need lots of smaller lamps around the room, but I don't like the ceiling lamp. The ceiling lamp is evil. The ceiling lamp is only for one purpose, and that is, it's there for vacuum cleaning. Okay. The ceiling lamp is only to be turned on when you vacuum. Otherwise, it's I'll be some mushroom. No, I'm not a mushroom. I mean, I think it would be cool if I was. But I am not. Hag love for you, Alfie. Thank you for this. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it, Hagfish. Thank you so much. You need to keep up touching grass. I will. I need the smaller lamps. A LED strip. Maybe I'll try that. I bought like an LED strip with like leaves on it and mushrooms, but the mushrooms are lamps. But that hasn't arrived yet, but yeah, I think that's a very Alfie coded item to own, to be honest. Yeah, and then I also have the mushroom lamp that you guys bought me. I'm decorating in here. I'm making my setup to be creature. The hue lights, smart lamps. I'm gonna sound so incredibly boomer. I'm sorry. I don't like smart items. I don't like smart items. I don't like them. I don't know why. It's just so. I don't know. I'll be honest. If I had an Alexa, I know for a fact. So, or anything like that. My best friend, she works in the military, and she would be like, "Throw that shit out. It's listening to you." Like, she would go full on, like, boomer on me. I don't. She would see that and be like, "No. You need to get rid of. You need to get rid of that thing." So no. She's like that. I like my lamps dumb. Same. If someone gives me an Alexa, I will gift it to the local hockey team. What are they gonna... Oh, they're gonna use it as a hockey puck. I'm so fucking dumb. Oh my god, bro. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my best friend, she also loves tanks and military history. And she's really obsessed with dinosaurs for some reason. I mean, that's... But dinosaurs based. Rip Alexa. Rip. Dinosaurs versus tanks. That would be epic. Someone should make a movie like that. Okay. Okay, I've been yapping enough. I can feel my energy draining. I should go now. I want to stay shut, but I need to stream tomorrow and I need to rest. And I should snack because lay down. Thank you for streaming. Yeah, thank you for coming. I watched Golden Panzer, but only a little bit. Back. I forgot to turn on the redeeming thingy. Thingy-mabobby. Okay, let's see if we can raid. I'm so distracted today. What the hell, man? Let's raid Fredrik. Or no, Nick is live. Hey yo, I'm streaming late today. Ah, you know what? Let's raid Nick because I don't really get the chance to do that very often. Is he still cooking? I just want to confirm.
Thank you.
Yeah, there he is in his slutty office shirt and suspenders. Nick Nocturne himself. Okay, guys. So, I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow we are doing Civ 7 sponsor stream. Make sure to show up, or else. And remember to support Carrier Con, guys, and the USS Hornet. Alright, and thank you so much again for showing me around. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, let's read Nick. Wait, oh my god, I've never... Yeah, okay, Nick _. Oh my god, Reese. We are raiding now, Reese. You are late. It's okay, guys. Everyone say happy birthday to Reese. It's Reese's birthday today. Reese's birthday. Ja må han leva, ja må han leva, ja må han leva till 100 år. Ja visst ska han leva, ja visst ska han leva, ja visst ska han leva ut till 100 år. Why? Make sure not say happy birthday to Nick. He's gonna be really confused. Instead, let's just go, hello Nick, or something. Hello Nick, or like museum ship raid, or something like that. Okay. I'll see you all tomorrow. Yes, same time as usual tomorrow. Same time as usual. Goodbye everyone, I love you. Thank you for coming today. I hope you and you smooch. Very gentle. Like that. Goodbye. I see you soon. Goodbye now.